we're back at it again. Session 32. The subjects are revolting. For those of you that have been watching, we just realized we didn't have audio for the first 20 minutes, so we're just going to restart, because that's fun. So, quick recap. For the people that are here that aren't here, last session, we did what? We released the man in the bottom there from his watery grave, not really a grave, tomb, and he has joined our party. Grandma Jenny had a heart attack. We've made it to the city, and the bard writs the heck out of a guard for one of the 3 mirrors that we have to acquire to give to the spy network to give ourselves basically no bounty. Currently, we have a bounty, so we're having to sneak around the city, not get caught by normal guards because they think we're criminals, and we're not criminals, allegedly. There was something about tax evasion last session, but, you know, we're going to skip past that part. Let's see what else. Yeah. And that was the recap. And then we did a little bit of roleplay that involved a giant moonstone giant that told us there's a rip at the bottom of the city that is slowly growing and leaking god essence. And there are currently 4 gods running around. And thus this moon god equivalency of an angel has flown through the floors of the city to go stop the rip from getting any worse. He's told us we have 7 days before he completely runs out of power, and then whatever happens with the rip happens with the rip. We still have 2 things to go through, a riot and the wall, and that's where we are deciding what we're doing now. I introduced a new mechanic, which is called the DM random encounter in the city mechanic because it's super creative. But basically, every once in a while through the session, I will ask the players if they want me to roll a dice, and if I roll said dice, it comes up with a random encounter that I've made ahead of time. Giant god-filled helper was one of them. So, that being said, where do we want to go of those 2 locations? I think that was a quick enough catch up. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah, pretty good.
All right, cool. Summarize 20 minutes in 3 minutes. I'll take it.
Fairly encompassing.
So, this is really a choice for you guys. Profi truly doesn't have an opinion. Dealing with the people is normal for him. You mean, this is his city, more or less. But dealing with commerce and anywhere you go is about the same. Yeah,
I think we have enough time to accomplish one of the goals y'all were trying to achieve. If we take the wall, we should be able to do that fairly quickly.
Yeah, Tran agrees. The wall seems like the most time-consuming one. So we're not sure if there'll still be rioting by the time we're done.
They're protesting. They're not rioting yet.
Oh, so what you're saying is that the protest could easily go into a riot, which is the fact that there's a whole bunch of guards not being paid whatsoever?
Yep. You're on the right track.
Seems like the next step, yeah.
Now, and I will say, you guys don't have to capture the wall. You're not fighting your way through there. You're sneaking about and stealing something. It is mission impossible, not full frontal assault.
Well, that makes it sound a lot less fun.
Well, you know, we had a big fight session last time. Time to roll the dice and use your skills, suckers.
I plan on sneaking around in my half plate very well.
I was gonna say, good luck, Moon Knight. Or Warden, I should say. Sorry, that's your appropriate name.
I mean, if we want to, I might need to swap my armor and get it reconfigured.
How long will that? How long will that take you? Because we can retcon that you've had enough time to mess with it because of the previous rest.
It would have been about that long. So
okay, Yeah, you could have done that. By the way, we did level up last session, right?
I
Oh yeah, you
think
said we were gonna do that at the start of this session.
Yeah,
Mm.
14, I believe.
I think that was my game you're thinking, Heather.
I was gonna say I think I'm already updated my health. There's a couple things I still got to change in here, but that's on my end. Did you guys update your characters as a reminder question?
No,
I'm at 14. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right. Cool. Well, Hacker, that means you gotta update yours real quick. You have time.
it'll take me no time at all.
Perfect.
So
I gotta change 2 things on here. I forgot to update my hit dice and the actual level part. Everything else should be good.
I learn a new invocation.
Ooh, fancy. So, as you guys are upgrading your armor and checking out your new skills, like for some reason I now have blind sense. Prepare yourself. No one will ever sneak up on me ever again. I took a book out of our handy dandy Gollum's notebook and was like, I'm just gonna be able to see everything. I don't need my eyes.
I completely forgot I had that.
That makes you even more dangerous in the dark.
I'm super scary in the dark.
I
Rogue
hate
man.
that
Oh, yeah.
aspect of the moon is a Pact of the Tome feature. That goes with my character so well.
But you're a hexblade, so you can't steal it, huh?
Mm-mm.
That's unfortunate. No, as a DM modification, what does it do?
What?
As a DM modification, what does it do?
You no longer need to sleep and can't be forced to sleep by any means. You gain the benefits of a long rest when you can spend all 8 hours doing light activity.
I'm gonna DM overrule that fits your character really well, and if you would like to take that, I will let you.
Fuck yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thematic value alone.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's not like that's too overpowered. You mean you just don't sleep anymore, and half the people in this party don't sleep anyway. So it's me and the monk are the only sleepers here.
Oh yeah.
Just napping away.
We just
Everybody
sleep.
else.
The robotic vampire does not sleep. The actual mummy does not sleep. You no longer sleep. I guess Granny would have to sleep, but she's sleeps too long.
He's
She's
sleeping
dead.
real good right now.
Yeah, right. She's
Yeah.
taking the long nap. So the 4 of us, where are we going? What's the decision? Wall or riots, or should I say protest?
The wall.
The wall.
It
Okay.
sounds like so
Yeah.
well.
I say
So-
wall too.
As you guys make your way out of the establishment after meeting the Moonstone Golem, Moonstone Angel, Moonstone
What time is it?
Efference. Oh, let me roll d12 and tell you. It's definitely during the day.
I would heavily suggest waiting until nighttime.
Okay, it is currently 3 p.m. in the afternoon after you guys took your long rest and returned and all that fun stuff. So
We could at least scout the area while we're waiting.
I like that idea.
Okay. And as stated before, both Marzex and the Bard have decided to go off on their own adventure to scout the rioting and see what they can do ahead of time. I'll do some behind the scenes rolls for that and see how well they do when it becomes applicable. So, you guys will make your way over to the wall. Now, go ahead and roll me a stealth check at advantage as you are sneaking through the city. Or you can use your passive stealth, whichever you would like.
19.
I'm going to take my passive stealth of 23 and not roll.
Nat 20 plus 8.
Dang.
Well, I know that I need to be sneaking.
Yes. No, actually, technically, maybe not, because I don't think you're technically would be part of the wanted posters yet. You haven't been with the group that long. Let
I've
me
been with them one day.
let me roll percentile to see if the spies have already updated the information to include you in it. Nope. So yeah, you don't necessarily have to sneak compared to the rest of us.
They all sneak off in the alley and I go, "What are you doing?"
the wanted criminals we're sneaking about.
I figured it would be better than flying around.
Where are we going? The wall?
The wall.
On
What
this
is
side?
See you there? What is the rooftop situation like nearest the buildings nearest the wall?
So almost like this city has been dealing with thieves and rogues for a very long time. There's actually a significant gap between the first building and the wall itself. You might also say that it's more like if the wall was to collapse, it wouldn't hit the nearest building, or at least wouldn't hit very many of them, kind of thing. But the wall itself is obviously a structure that has its own walkways and things like that. Some of it's on the outside. You see doors that lead to internal things. And at the very top, the entire wall is lined with various siege weapons to defend the wall from an attack from basically any direction. Because again, this is the capital city. It's got 5-10 miles worth of
All right.
area.
Here's my question.
I'm listening.
Being one of the head engineers, right?
Yeah.
Would I know the wall very well?
You know what? I'll let you roll for it.
All right. What would you have me roll?
I'm gonna roll. So go ahead and roll me a percentile, and if you roll well enough, I'll let you roll a history.
Okay. Well,
I'll give you a 60% chance. So roll me 40 or
I got a
lower.
78.
Okay. That's not good.
Well, I designed cannons.
So I will, with that number, tell you that you probably recognize some of the siege weapons on top of the wall, but you don't know anything about the wall itself. So as you point things out, you're like, aha, I built something like that 20 years ago, 50 years ago. Well, that's really outdated and they should replace that now.
It's like that one I made. No, I think that one was the first one I made 500 years ago. How is it still up there?
It's more termite than siege weapon at this point, says Profi.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, goodness.
So the wall itself, again, it looks to be fortified with steel. So instead of laying the wall with stone and then putting some kind of plaster, the plaster was melted iron, and they melted iron in between each brick.
Well, that is literally metal.
Yes. It also stops creatures that can go through walls from coming through the walls via magic, without being magical itself. The downside is, if it gets hit by lightning, everyone touching the wall is going to have a bad day.
Just a small,
Not chalking that down to memory or anything.
right? Just a small little switch has been turned on, hand on there, just lightning bolt, lightning.
My thought was chain lightning.
I don't have that spell.
So, the wall itself, you find a little entry point, shall we say, near where you guys want to enter and see if you can find the mayor. Because you've seen that the guards that are roving in and out have about a 2-hour patrol before they head back into the wall. They seem to be going from top to bottom and doing the nearby area in those 2 hours. Now, to find any more information, I'm going to need other kinds of checks. Investigations, perceptions,
Can
history,
I do an
insight, all that fun
investigation?
stuff.
Could I do investigation?
What would you
And
like to
possibly
investigate?
history. I'd like to investigate so we're looking for what's it called? The mirror thing, right? And we're not inside the place yet. But is there any wall windows somewhere in the wall, anything like that?
Several.
Cool. So what I'm going to do is you see as Val kind of reaches into her armor, like just into like a little spot, and she pulls out this little robotic looking thing. And she like presses a button, and then you see it kind of like come out, and it's like a small little dragonfly essentially. And she's like, "All right, my little homunculus, go up there and investigate to see if you can see the thing, the mirror. It's a
I,
specific mirror."
Profi looks over at you and says, "The last homunculus I saw was a giant robot man person.
Yeah.
Why is a firefly homunculus? I thought they had to be people."
Oh, I mean, it's a thing. It's a clockwork. So it's got the heart of a firefly, or not firefly, dragonfly. And that's kind of really
It
what's
but
keeping it to go.
it but close. Okay. I look and go, "That's wild, but I don't know magic enough to dispute it, so."
Anything can be a homunculus. It's whether or not you're willing to shove enough metal into it. So,
That's a terrifying thought, friend. How does someone with such a cute face say such terrifying things on the regular? It's the accent that throws me off every single time. I think you're safe, and then you say something like, "I need to nibble on somebody's neck," and it comes off weird. I don't know how to handle this.
oh, thank you for reminding me. I'll have to make note of that for later. Go, dragonfly!
Okay, so your dragonfly takes off. Go ahead and make an investigation check. I'm gonna let all you guys, everybody, make 2 rolls basically to gather information here. So we'll just do round robin, make life easy. So starting with you, go ahead and roll me your investigation with your dragonfly.
18 total.
18 total. Fantastic roll. As you go to the first window, you'll notice that a lot of the stuff that are in there is like sleeping quarters and supply closets and stuff like that. There is a window to it, so like people can read and write without candlelight during the day. But the window itself is solid. You're not going to break through it without breaking the window itself, and it's really not big enough for a regular person to get through. It's more for light than for entrance.
Gotcha. Is there any other ones? That or
There are several, but they don't really give you any major information that's going to help you a lot. You do have several rooms. You will notice that the glass they use is actually beveled, so it's actually really hard to see in there, even for your dragonfly with its good eyes. Like it's just the design of the glass, as if they were prepared for people to spy on them, kind of thing.
there's no windows that are open and letting a little draft.
Nope, doesn't seem to be. They're all for light,
All right then.
which should tell you it probably smells terrible in there.
Not to say.
Moldy old metal wall. Ugh. All right, jumping down to hacker.
Yo.
What kind of roll would you like to make?
Remember, I'm not there with them.
Where are you
I said
then?
I'd meet them at. I said I'd meet them at the wall, so I assume my first thing will be try to figure out where the wall is.
There's a poor choice on your part. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to roll
I would just ask a guard.
Mm,
Just walk down the street and look
yeah,
at the people and the buildings, and
go ahead and make
all
me
of this is new to me.
go ahead and make a survival check.
Try to survive in the big city.
Basically.
What's a 14 plus 7?
Okay.
So
Okay. Easy peasy. So the city seems to come back to you. It's not the same as the last time you were here, but it is definitely reminiscent. The wall is about 10 feet taller than you remember. Most of the buildings are 2 to 3 stories bigger than you remember. There's more of it. They're more packed together. You remember this area of the wall kind of being like farmish land almost. You know what I mean? They had a whole bunch of gardens and stuff everywhere. And now it's mostly residential.
I miss the gardens.
But
I'm just
you're able to find where the Yahoos are abouts relatively easy. All right, Monkey Monk.
I'm About how tall is the wall?
In most places, it's about 90 feet.
Okay. And could I? I guess I'm just going to watch the path of the guards.
Okay. Would you like to make a perception check, anything special, or just vaguely watch them with your passive?
Actively perceive. Yeah, make a perception check.
Roll it.
15.
15 total.
Yes.
As you watch the path of the guards, you notice that every once in a while one of them pops off to go somewhere else and then rejoins his guards a couple minutes later. They seem to grumble every time he does so, as if he's getting lost continuously or something. Like he's the new guy and just like can't figure his way around.
Can I, at a distance, see if he goes to the same place? Just like spy on him and can not openly just stand on the road or whatever, but walk around inconspicuously.
He doesn't seem to be going to the same place because you've been watching him this whole time. He seems to be going in different spots and finding quiet corners for some reason.
All right. I'm gonna go up and ask him for directions if that's cool.
You can do so on your next turn. Wahahaha.
All right.
So while you are doing that, I am going to try and do a history check to see if I remember if there's any quote unquote secret entrances to the wall in this area of the city. I don't remember jack diddly. I barely remember the fact that there are secret entrances anywhere in the city, let alone this section. I rolled a 2 and have a history of 6. I mean, I have a good history. I could use my psionic dice.
Do you want me to give him a flash of inspiration? Give him a +5.
Well, I could use lucky because I have lucky, or I could use my psionic dice to boost the number. Or I'll use your ability. What do you want to use it or save it for later?
I mean, I can use it a decent amount, so it's okay. I'm fine with using it.
I'll take it. What do I get to roll?
Sure. You don't get to roll anything. It's just a +5 to your thing.
Okay, so total. With that, instead of an 8, it turns into a 13, and I'll take a 13. I do remember that there are secret passages into the wall, and I specifically remember that there isn't one here. Though there is one not super far away if we were to enter the wall and need a quick escape.
Oh.
All right, back to you.
I did investigation.
Yep.
And
you can always do it again.
You're not wrong. It is a dragonfly. I think it'd be able to go into the thing and come back out relatively safe.
That is a risk you were willing to take. Do it.
Yeah, it doesn't cost much to make a new one, so let's go. Get in there. Do an investigation.
All right, one investigation and a D6.
Okay. Do you want me to roll a stealth for it?
Nope.
Okay. It's got 26. To the investigate. And then let's roll that D6. A 3.
You're able to gain 3 pieces of information before one of the guards on the inside of the wall turns your homunculi into a homunculus die.
Oh, my boy.
I assume it doesn't have a whole bunch of hit points.
No, it's got 1.
Okay, yeah. So it's flying around and just gets crushed, and someone's like, "Oh, that's weird. I've never seen metal bits come out of a dragonfly before." But you were able to gain insight that there are 2 squads in the sleeping quarters. That each one of these squads is having issues with one of its members, as you hear them arguing amongst themselves and whatnot. And then the third piece of information would be good for this. Oh, what's up? Oh, the location of the mirror.
Location of the mirror.
No mentions of mirrors, but you guys do know that or do overhear that there's a riot squad that has been sent to the protest area. So heavily armed guards that are better AC and stats than regular guards have been dispatched over there.
That just means they're not here.
I mean, what it sounds like is both guards have a new person who is part of their group who doesn't know their way around that keeps going to check on things, right? So we should just follow them, and that should bring us to Zamira, if I am doing proper deduction and reasoning, right?
Profi looks around and sounds logical to me. If Ward never shows up, we'll have a good answer. Speaking of Ward, it's your turn.
I'm at the gate or at the wall, right?
You are at the wall in the general vicinity of your quote unquote friends.
I'm just going straight up to the entrance, like where the guards are stationed and shit. Just nonchalant walking forward.
As you get closer, a couple of them
Looking like I'm
put up their hands and say, "Excuse me, adventurer. We can't allow you to enter here with weapons."
What weapons? My scythe isn't currently on me. I'm a warlock. It's not here.
Oh,
I summon it.
All right, fair enough.
I'm just meticulously clean, mithril, half plate, regal looking soldier.
Okay, so Ajay, look at you. You can't have any weapons. Okay, you don't have any weapons. What's your business here?
I've been out of the country for a long time. And let's just say I was here when this wall was much smaller. And I just wanted to see an old battlefront again.
An old what again? I'm sorry.
Battlefront?
Well, I don't know if the wall is the right place for you, sir, but well, let's see here. Let's see how they're
I'm not
feeling
really
today.
looking at him. I'm just still like looking at the wall.
So he seems annoyed that you're even.
Go ahead.
He seems annoyed even at the prospect of you being over here looking for a battlefield. He says, "Look, the battlefields are all on the far side of the wall with the cemeteries. Well, there's no reason for you to be over here talking about fighting."
I wasn't talking about fighting, friend. I fought here many years ago.
Okay. And?
I just wanted to see it again.
Oh.
Is that an issue? I'm gonna make a persuasion check.
Do so.
I love this check. 16 plus 15.
The other guard who's standing next to him taps him and says, "Just let him stand there. If he wants to stand there, he's not hurting anything."
As you see, I have no weapons. I just would like to walk its length, and if you'll let me a peek inside, as I look to the other guard and try to persuade him.
They look at each other and go, "We'll give you a peek for the right price."
I mean, if coin is the issue,
Coin is
I'll
always
reach
the
under
issue, friend.
I'll reach into my breastplate and I'll open my hand with 100 gold.
There you go. This will do
50 for
quite
both of
nicely.
you?
Ah, easy. Done. We'll take you on the grand tour if you'd like.
That'll be great. you don't mind, I'll be back in a minute after I've admired. Well, I can do that after. Yeah. And I'll pass the gold and put my hands behind my back, like holding my hands and
Hey, a friend. You pay for the deluxe tour. You can keep your hands where we can see them.
fair enough.
So one of the two guards, the friendly of the two, takes you inside. That's where I'm going to cut scene over to the monk. Monk, you said you wanted to run up and talk to him. You see, the warden just give them both a small sack of gold, and go from there. What are you doing?
Can I follow him until he dips out like he had been?
So you're talking about the patrolling guards. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a stealth check as you do so.
Ooh, 10.
Can
Okay.
I before, like, if I knew he was gonna go do this, is there any way I'd be able to give him invisibility?
I'll odd even it really quick. How's that sound?
That works.
Do you want odd or even?
We'll go with odd. I'm feeling odd
An
today.
8. I'm sorry. So no,
Wow.
you are not able to use invisibility on your friend, as he has already taken off quite some time ago. So with the 10, as you scurry about, the other guards seem to notice you, and take notice of you following their friend. They follow along behind.
Oh no.
As you approach him in this alley, what do you say?
Excuse me.
Yes, citizen.
I seem to be lost. I've never been here before. Which way is the nearest potion shop?
He looks at you and says, the potion shop is probably in, the market districts. There's probably plenty of them over there. They have little signs that have a bubbling cauldron generally. Can't miss them. If you
Okay.
walk west and follow the road, you should get to the market district.
See, I got to get there real quick. Do you know any shortcuts?
Hire a taxi, or in this case, a tabaxi, to scurry about with you.
I'm in a real bind. Is there something I could give you to maybe show me the way?
He looks at you all crazy. Again, he sounds real annoyed that you're even talking to him. At this point, the other 3 guards that were with him follow up and, hey, Retz, what are you doing with this young lady in an alley? Where you been running off to all patrol?
Fran just giggles and covers her face.
Retz looks real disconcerted because this guard captain just called him out for being in a weird alley with a little girl. And I shouldn't say little girl, that's probably inappropriate. Young woman?
Yeah, she's the young woman.
Who is, if I remember correctly, relatively scantily clad, because all you wear is, from your pictures, is the binding stuffs. And your
with the
jacket.
whole
Literally for the people watching right now, this is what she looks like. So she just like bearing most of her abs and whatnot to the world. Got
the whole monk thing.
Little bit of binding for appropriate covering of children, but that's it. So you do not look like a person of high rapport currently, and this guard looks guilty AF. I'm going to see how he rolls. Oh, you know what? He grabs you by the waist and says, "Excuse me, gentlemen, I've paid for my time and you need to take a step away. I'll catch up with you in a couple minutes. Don't worry about it." How do you handle being grabbed by this random guard as he is trying to explain his friends away? I'm gonna roll their reactions too really quick. Guard captain
internally,
not happy. The one of the two other guards is just like, yeah, and the other one doesn't
Get
see.
it, man.
So guard captain looks furious and says, "You got 30 seconds. I'm sure you only need 10." And they walk off. Again, other dude, woo, and then the other guy's just like, disgusting.
internally,
On the job.
Fran is plotting every strike to this guy. Externally, she just goes along with it and giggles.
Make it a dexterity saving throw as he tries to stab you in the chest with a knife. As soon as they turn, he basically just pulls it out and tries to yoink you. Go ahead and roll.
27.
Yeah.
I have evasion.
Well,
Wait, it's not an area effect. Never mind.
You're over here like 27. You're just like, whoop-ah! Roll your attacks.
All right. Let's see. So the other guards are gone.
They are leaving quickly. If you are too loud, you will alert them.
Okay. I'm going to attempt a stunning blow with like a chop to the back of the neck first, if that's possible.
Sure. Just remember, you're making a cold shot unless you're just hitting him and then applying stunning strike.
Yeah. It's a dirty 20. I was going for the back of the neck purposefully with the first strike.
Okay.
Is that a hit?
With the dirty 20, yes.
Okay, then
so he can make a strength save, right?
Oh, it's a Constitution saving throw of a 17.
Okay, he fails. Barely.
All right, so he's stunned. I just keep chopping him in the back of the neck until he's KO, if that's possible.
Yeah, and now it's an advantage because, he's stunned.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right,
you go ahead and roll, and then I will narrate this really quick for y'all. How many strikes are you getting off on this poor guy?
3 more.
Time out. Before you do any of that, roll damage, because you might have taken... He's just a guard.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to... I'm not trying to kill him.
You chop into his neck and his head pops off.
Just straight off, decapitated. He's like, I have a knife. I have a knife hand.
It's like, I am the knife.
6.
Okay, you're still alive. Roll your other attacks.
All right, the next one was... I forgot. I'll just reroll it.
Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate you.
13.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
And nat 20.
Was the first roll at a advantage?
Yes.
Okay. So you missed your next attack. Then you hit him, and then you do your critical. With the damage you can do, by the time the critical hits, he's donezo, knocked out. I assume you're using non-lethal damage?
Yes. I don't want to kill him.
Okay.
I just want to KO him. So and then grab him and scurry into the alley if I possibly can.
Okay, so he grabs you by the throat to just try and you really quick. You just kind of push his hands up out of the way, jack him in the chest, slam him into a barrel quietly, and then you slowly drag him off into the alley behind everyone else. He's out by the time he's slammed on the ground. So, what would you like to do now that he is lying there in a pile of his own liquids?
Flip his helmet around and then check him for keys.
Okay, you do so. You're able to find one set of keys. It looks to be a personal locker.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I gotta flee. I'm gonna take the long. Well, no, not the long way around. Well, I'm gonna dip out and then circle back to where everyone was.
You do so relatively successfully. The other guards come back later and will find his squooshed out body. You guys will know they are on the lookout for a scantily dressed person.
Great.
Blonde hair, brown vest. That's about it. So, you guys reconvene together, except for jumping back to Moonlight. Moonlight, you're in like Flynn. They're giving you the grand tour. There are 9 levels to this wall. Each level has a room that is anywhere from 20 to 25 feet thick, depending on what part of the wall you're in. And they contain various. What's the best way to describe it? Some of them are just big hallway-esque things that are holding random things that are fortifying the wall. Some of them are barracks rooms. Some of them are storage rooms. You see it all. You have a pretty good internal knowledge of the wall currently.
Hold on, I'm about to sneeze.
Bless you.
Kazoon tight.
Two sneezes.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Oh goodness. I'm just taking detail of like pretty much anything I can.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a straight intelligence check to see how well you remember everything.
It's a straight 18 with no pluses.
Okay, so straight, it's still a really good roll. You're basically able to remember everything in relatively good detail. So if there's any information that needs to be recalled, you can recall it. You're not going
Where
to
would
be
they
able
put?
listening.
Where would they? Where would I think would be the safest place to put that mirror?
You would assume, unless they have it on their person, they probably would keep it in one of the storage lockers that you saw in the couple of barracks rooms.
All right then.
Armory still in the same place?
Yep.
Any rooms I wasn't allowed to go in?
Well, I mean, they didn't really let you into the armory. You were able to see it.
Well, no, I was just saying, I wasn't talking about the armory. I was like, they said can't go in here for XYZ reasons. Like,
Yeah,
they
basically,
didn't tell me the reason at all.
gotcha. I mean, they told you what the rooms were, um, but they didn't really let you into any of them. But you do know what floors they are on, so on and so forth. Again, basically, they
Uh,
let you walk up and down the stairs. You made it all the way to the top of the ramparts, up by the siege weapons and whatnot, and then were escorted back down.
dope. And I'll thank him for his time.
As well, you're welcome. Thanks for paying a couple months' wages.
Is that really all y'all make these days? In my day, y'all were paid better.
Your day. Well, from my understanding, guards in the city have made a gold a day for quite some time. We get paid all right.
To be fair, the last time I was here was 6 years ago, or 600 years ago. I say as I'm walking off.
They give you a crazy look. Right, old man? You're still wearing your helmet and stuff, though, right? So it's not like you can really distinguish what race you are.
Right.
So,
I'm
600
literally
years.
just a pristinely clean mithril plate. Like I shine in the sun.
Shine bright like a diamond. Yeah, sneaking is not your greatest ability. They can see you from
Nope.
a mile away.
Me and you both rocking that mithril.
This out here struggling to not be seen because you're fabulous.
So you got a key from the knocked out god, but please tell me you pulled down his pants to make it look like he nutted and passed out. That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Can we retcon that?
I'll odd even it. Do you want odd or even?
I'll go odd.
2 it is. So no, you did not. You were too worried about getting out of there.
Yep. All right.
Heck, I'm
I
gonna make it even funnier. As you were making your escape, you had to go past the guards, and as you run by, the guard captain looks over and goes, "Wow, that really did take less than 10 seconds." The excited
Nice.
one said something about the lines of, "Wow, she real good. Hey, get that contact info. Come back, girl." The
She's
silent one just
pretty
shakes
athletic.
his head. She's fast. More ways than one. She got the quickest hands in the West. Got that 6-second draw.
Wow. Nice.
When you spend the key point to beat me anyway.
Oh my god. Flurry of something different.
We can't let her be around a group. You know what I mean? Just a inappropriate shower.
Oh god, welcome everybody to not knowing what the fuck's going on. Alright.
It's a baby shower without any pregnant ladies.
Oh goodness.
There it goes. The realization. Thank you. All right, that's my bad jokes for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, children. And we move on. So, there will be more.
Yeah, Fran will hand Freya the key.
You have the key.
So,
Is it a key
Michelle-
point, or does it end with a Y?
With a Y.
Sorry, bad joke. Anyway,
That jokes are appreciated.
so is Warden back with us yet or no?
Warren, do you want to be back with your friends?
Would I have known where to find them?
You're a smart man, and they're not the best hiders, except for maybe Prince. But even so, there's only so many places to hide that are close by. You can narrow it down pretty quickly.
How long has it been since we parted ways, including the tour and everything?
About an hour, so it's like 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
Damn, that was not a long time at all. Okay.
Mhm.
It wasn't super far away. You guys picked the close one. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to. Well, yeah, I don't know about the whole situation yet, so I would meet up with them.
Okay,
If
so
I knew about one of them being even more wanted, I probably wouldn't. But
you get the whole wave down, and they get you into the building. We're all kind of hiding in. The family that lives inside this building is not currently here, but it wouldn't be unwise to assume by the time it gets dark they will be.
Alright, so I am going to put together does anybody have a gem like worth 100 GP? I think I have one somewhere on me.
Doesn't matter what kind of gem.
GP.
It's, gold, sorry, brain.
Oh,
I look
must
at you
be
and say,
modern vernacular.
does it need to be a single gem?
Yes.
They go, darn it, because all I have are these sapphires and rubies, and if you shove them together really hard, they equal 100 gold.
Eh. I mean, essentially, all I'm going to be doing is shoving some Caesar's key. I'm going to turn it into my homunculus and then send it in there to open up the thing and bring out bring out the mirror. So
Wait, what happened to your other homunculus?
it got
They got
smished
squished.
What? Why?
because it went in and it told me things, and then it died.
Well, why do you expect this one to live?
Uh, I don't know, because it can go up and hang itself on a wall as a key.
I was needing to go to the marketplace or the market district. Anyway, I'm sure we can find you a gem there.
That's a little far away for us at this current moment, so it'll be
All
fine.
right, y'all are wanted. I'll take care of it.
Um,
What was the layout that you saw?
So he'll quickly describe to you the layout of the base. And again, 9 floors from top to bottom, basically. Each floor is about 10 feet apart. Some of them are straight up empty or just have extra supports for the walls themselves. There were 4 barracks floors, 1 armory floor, and then the others were storage slash reinforcement floors.
I'm not sticking around for this explanation. I want to spend as little time during the day with them as possible.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything else that y'all need from the marketplace?
Uh,
Healing potions, rope.
eh.
Maybe a disguise.
Oh, do you need more
Disguise.
clothes? Don't worry about that. I just like reach down into a pocket that is where I have put like my little bag of holding that I've recreated, and it's actually just a pocket in the armor. Just pull out some clothes. Here you are.
Thank you. Apparently, I look like a lady of the night. um,
I
wait,
don't see it,
that's
but
not the
okay.
aesthetic you were going for?
not at all.
Oh, I thought you were trying to pull off hot hooker. Otherwise, I would have said something to you earlier. I assumed the vest. The vest is, for flashing. Is that not how it works? I don't know a lot of hookers. I just assumed.
A lot of fabric gets in the way when you're like
Right?
trying to
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
axe kick somebody in the skull, or you don't want to get caught on something while you're rolling around trying to, like, I don't know, beat someone's head in or anything.
Oh, that was not where I thought this conversation was going. I'm going to reprieve myself before I make another inappropriate comment. Excuse me, ladies, while you get dressed, and he waddles off somewhere else. So,
So,
nothing. And to answer your question, Warden, I do not need anything from the market.
Francesca, do you think you would be able to, if I were to make you invisible, go in there, pull everything out, or should we ask Profi to do that since he is literally like that?
Well, I looked at that wall and I can climb well beyond that if need be. But
I
I'm
mean,
sure Profi could get in there easier.
to say I was just gonna make somebody invisible in the quick in, quick out calls of the day, and I'd make my own self invisible, and I can just go. But
Like,
problem is
I
with that is I would blast a hole through the wall.
uh, I think Profi would be a good choice. I never see the guy until he's stabbing someone.
That's because y'all don't care about me, but that's fine. I'll do
What
this.
do you mean, Profi? That is so rude. Why are you listening in on her? She's getting changed.
I have very good hearing. Leave me alone. He says
Alright, so
deceptively.
I'm gonna
Well,
turn you
first the
invisible.
comment, now you're peeping. Rude.
Just start.
I'm
Just
hurt.
really start.
I'm hurt.
Uh,
Okay, so you guys want me to do some sneaking inside and out? You're gonna give me invisibility, and I'll just check the one lock that we have. With the issue that I see as Profi, this is Profi talking, not DM. Is every one of these squads had a new person like this, right? Is what we heard from your information. So what if the one that we knocked out wasn't the right guy?
do you have a set of keys on you, or not keys? These tools.
There you go. Anything's a key if you shove hard enough. But yes, I do have these tools as I pull out a small pack.
Listen, I don't think it should be an issue for you.
No, but I have to go through 20 locks in under an hour, which I can do. That's not a problem, actually.
To say, if you would like it, I could pull out the crowbar and you can use that to get through a couple.
Feel like that would also work, and then I pull out my own crowbar and say, but I got it covered.
See, this is why I like you. Ready? I'm gonna slap you on the ass and you're gonna get on in there.
Every time you say these words, I get confused. Your voice doesn't match the words, and I don't like it. Ah. Never ever in my life. I had mean sisters, and they confused me less than you do.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I am quite confused most of the time myself, unless I am building my cannon. Where
Yes.
did I put that? Which laboratory was that in?
There has to be some way for you to get a hold of us if something goes wrong.
I look at you, you look at me, and all I can say is,
I'm going to die.
just kidding. So, I scoop out after getting slapped in the ass, apparently. I have an hour's worth of invisibility. I assume it's regular invisibility, not greater invisibility.
It is regular invisibility, but
Alright.
I do upcast so that it lasts longer than an hour.
Prophy tells you.
Or no, it's not. It just adds another target to it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I shouldn't need more than an hour, says Prophy, so no need to make other people visible. Warden, you're going to the market for some reason, is what you had told us. So before
Yes.
Prophy does all of his rolls, what would you like to do in the market?
Looking for uh one specific the gem that my new friend needs.
Okay, so you're looking for any gem that's worth 100 gold, right? It doesn't have to be a specific type.
And then I'm also looking for any magic item vendors.
Okay, you can find both relatively easy. Probably actually the same store would sell magical components like that and magical items because that's how they do and they're rich poshy things. Go ahead and roll me a d4 and make a investigation check to see if you can find one from talking to people and things like that. Investigation doesn't have to be super high. I just don't want you to roll one, basically.
I got a 4 on the D4.
Okay.
Investigation is going to be 11 plus. One second. Investigation is. It's going to be a 16 total.
A 16 total. Yeah, you're able to find a relatively you assume to be a good magic shop because it is full to the brim with people buying and selling stuff. There's literal lines all over the place. You know, you're super incognito compared to everyone else there. There's various wizards and adventurers and things like that. And they seem to be bringing in a small hoard of their own treasure and trading it out. There looks to be an adventuring party or two has come back from raiding somewhere. So you easily find your gem. What kind of magic item are you looking for?
Looking for a ring of invisibility.
A ring of invisibility, a rare item nonetheless.
And I will, anyone that I will pay good coin for it.
Okay, well, let me see if any of the adventurers have sold it to the shopkeep yet. Nope. None of them have it on them, nor have they sold one to the shopkeep themselves. As you talk to a couple of the people that are helping peeps to see if you can find a ring. Wow. I'm sorry, I rolled trash chair for that. So no, on both fronts. They don't have one in store. They haven't seen one recently. I haven't bought or sold any in town in quite some time. And this is just specifically this store.
Okay. Oh yeah, then I'll pick up 2 gems worth 100 gold if I can.
Easy peasy. They have plenty of them. Various colors, shapes, and sizes. Do you have any preferences?
No.
Okay, then they
Yep.
just they give you two giant.
Parameters I'm just given.
They give you two almost fist-sized garnets.
I don't know if there would have been anything that would have just caught my eye. I don't. It's not like I can visibly see what's everything around me.
This is true. Go ahead and roll me a D100, and I'll give you a cool item.
I do not possess that, but I have 2 D10s.
That works.
That's a 97. Ooh.
So, as you are looking through the stuff and the things, you see a very, how shall I say this? Animated amulet. Animated amulet? There we go.
Animated amulet.
There we go. Amulet. I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying that word today.
The
But
animated.
yeah, right. It's throwing me off. And I mean, like, this literally looks cartoony, like someone had drawn it. But it seems to be a full amulet that sits in front of you. It's hanging on the wall and kind of looks like it's moving around. It has a small caricature of a man transforming into a dragon and the dragon transforming into a squid, and it's just kind of going through various creatures and things.
What is that? I'll ask whatever shopkeep is near me.
You go, that's Dave's mystery story. Story amulet? Mystery story? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Dave's story amulet? Dave's story amulet. Yeah, that's what they called it. There's a local wizard who makes some items. Yeah, we don't know much about it. We know it's magical and it's illusion magic. We're charging 300 gold for it if you want to buy it and see what all it does.
Can't imagine my character in any sort wanting something that looks like a cartoon. But it definitely would have caught my eye, so. No.
Oh, okay.
My thematic or themed armor set and clothing, and just trying to imagine that on my mithril breastplate bugs my brain.
just over there chilling and just you can't stand still. Just a constant comic going on your chest.
Yeah, no.
This is a great item, BT Dubs.
Maybe someone else will come along and buy it.
Maybe. So you guys, you are there talking to people for a while. Back to Profi and his rolls. I'm gonna roll all 4 of these dice at once. So this will be getting in, breaking into things, finding things, and getting out, all at once. To save the time. So breaking in, stealth roll. Well, I'm gonna use lucky because that's a critical fail.
The
That's
stealth
much-
was an
that-
advantage, right?
Oh, thank you. And then I will just take this 20 that I rolled. So no lucky, just good. Yeah, I make it in, no problem. We look like I'm about to just goof it all up, and then I save it. Thank you, invisibility. Like I would have got caught had the invisibility not been there. So like I ran up and ran into a guard literally, and he was just like, "What the actual?" There be ghosts. Someone tell the priest. All right.
I like to imagine the guards just like, they were right. Stephen, he's back from the dead.
As for looking around and investigating things, I don't find anything extra out of the ordinary. I rolled a 7 with my perception of... investigation of 6, so a total of 13. I'm able to find the guards' rooms and get in relatively easy and find various locks and things. Now I have to break through 20 various locks. I'm going to just roll one roll for the average. I rolled a 18 and have a sleight of hand of 8. So 26. We're just gonna
Nice.
choppy through the things. Yeah, they're not high tier locks, y'all. They're just single tumbler things. So get through that relatively quickly, and
They're
then I make
master
my
locks.
escape. Yeah, right. The one that we need, and then I make my escape with an 18 plus 13. So, 31 for the escape. Oh, at advantage. Thank you, because I can use. I'm definitely gonna take the 18. That 3 is bad. So we make our. I make my way out, and I'm holding several things as I reappear in front of you, and I set them down, and I go. I didn't know which one was the one we needed. I have 6 different mirrors.
A little bit of a kleptomaniac there, aren't you? Sheesh. Right.
I go over and go. I couldn't remember what the mirror looked like. I did actually roll that over here earlier.
Ah. Well, I mean, that's cool. Let's get the hell out of here before our family gets back, eh?
Do any of you actually have the other mirror on you, or are we just gonna take all 6 of these mirrors for funsies?
I think, I think I'd probably have it on me, or I'd at least remember what it looks like properly.
Roll me an intelligence check to see if you remember better than I did, because I rolled a 2.
About to say,
I've rolled a
my
lot of 2s
intelligence
today.
is
I'm
a
not-
+5, so
you
I got a 15.
Okay, so yes, you remember what the mirror looked like. You're able to pick it out easily of the other mirrors that I brought. It's a silver eye mirror with some markings on the back and a semi clouded top. So
Was this the first one you grab, or was it like the 6th?
let me roll my d6 and see which one it was. Yeah, it was the last one I grabbed actually.
Ah, well, at
I
least you got
started
the
at
right
the
one last
top
try.
and went to the bottom. Actually, ironically, that was the one with the key.
Oh. Well, you did it, so I'm proud of you. All right, let's get the hell out of here.
All right, you guys escape to back to the hotel where you're staying at, or you're going to reconvene in a new place. Because again, your other friend has left you for the market, so you have to reacquire him. Though he's relatively easy to see. He's like a white thumb just walking through the city. It's either the warden or Altair. There's only 2 choices here. Time out. Side
Oh.
note: have you guys seen the new Assassin's Creed trailer?
No.
No.
Yeah, it came out today. It looks nice. Looks like they're going back to the roots a bit. I'm a little excited. I'm
There
not
we
super
go.
excited about the main character, but I knew it was going to be the case because they talked about it forever ago.
Who is it?
It's Basim. It's Basim's story.
Okay.
So,
Oh well.
yeah, I mean, he's
Um,
not a bad character. He's just he's a bastard. Uh, So-
Okay. I am going to, because I see our friend over there. I'm just gonna take like a little piece of metal or whatever that I like a scrap out of my bag of holding, cast like tiny servant on it, and send it on over there to tap him on his shoulder and tell him, just kind of point over at me.
a weird, annoying fly keeps slapping you in the face.
It's
I
like
don't
a
know-
fork.
Hey, listen.
Just
Did I hear
Just a
that before I
fork.
smacked it?
I mean, if it's a fork, you probably didn't want to smack it. Cause
Yeah.
whack! Not like this.
Fair enough.
Uh,
I'm
just,
gonna
yeah.
grab the fork.
All right,
It
you.
wiggles and it points over at me.
Alright. I will walk off into the alley.
You do so. So the 4 of us have
Around the
reconvened
corner.
down by the river.
No, around. Oh, no.
There's a van down by the river.
Over there.
Classic.
Classic. All right, so
I'm just saying what he wants. I'm not done over here yet.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
we're reconvening. We got the second one. So
Oh,
I figured it would be great if we got back together. As a friend should be coming back to um the inn to give us a little lowdown on the next mirror location
Well,
okay.
or what's going
our
on
our little
there.
spy friend left us quite some time ago. As soon as you guys lost him in the market after acquiring the first mirror, they kind of just dipped. Though, as a side note, um, just as a out of player, that the wall scene was supposed to be a little more togethery. You guys were supposed to find stuff in there. Yeah, skip that. We're not going back, but
Oh
you
well.
missed out on the fun stuff. Anyway,
Oh, I was planning on going back to the wall. That's fine.
you guys make
Oh
your
well.
I was
way.
waiting for nighttime. Go ahead.
You guys make your way downtown to the protest areas.
We can. Yeah.
It's been
Is
two.
it time?
It's been 2 more hours, so you're looking at about 7 o'clock by the time you get to where the protesters are at. The sun is starting to set. You think you got about a half hour before it clears the horizon, which means you got about 45 minutes until the city is dark.
Oh, the darkness is going to make this so much harder?
The protesters, I keep calling them rioters, already have pitchforks and already have torches out. They're already yelling and chanting. It's smoky and gross. Um, and like I told you guys before, they're kind of surrounding the noble districts. They're not quite breaking in at this point, but they are, shouting about it because, they're basically all the noble district workers slash upset guards slash anyone else that is having an issue with the current regime.
So I have a question for you, DM.
I have an answer.
Is my laboratory in that area?
Do you want to roll for it?
Sure.
Do it.
Okay. What am I rolling?
I'll give you a D8, and if you get anything other than a 6, 7, or 8, you're good to go.
I got 5.
All right, that's all you needed. So yes, it is definitely in that district.
Hey, so, friends of mine, there is some things that I've been working on, off in that area where I cannot have these people going to. Because if that fell into the wrong hands and they somehow got it working, we will have a cannon blowing holes through walls as no one will ever even imagine.
Hey, we got to follow. Thanks, Paradox. Appreciate you.
So, I'm gonna go over there real quick, make sure I shove that in my pocket, and then we'll be okay.
How do you fit a cannon in your pocket?
Like
You know
this,
what? Time out. I don't want to know. Every time I ask you questions, my brain hurts.
I mean, valid. I mean, I don't know. Hold this crossbow.
I am holding the crossbow, just like shaking my head.
Now, the crazy thing about that is now you can breathe fire.
You know,
Eh.
my sister said I could do that already.
Oh, then you don't need it. Take it back, shove it in the pocket.
That was supposed to be a
Oh, and I
joke.
would have given you your 2 gems, but you needed 1, but I got you 2.
Oh, thank you. Now
He
I can
hands
2
you
garnets
two.
worth 100 gold.
He hands you two baby fist-sized garnets.
All right, and I hand you 200 gold to pay you back. All right. Yeah, let's find this mirror, guys. Before these guys decide that they're gonna go rioting and I have to run off to my laboratory.
So as you guys are with the crowd, we're gonna do a little bit of a different style mini game for this. So Your objective is to keep the crowd calm as you hear whispers and dissent being spread amongst the groups. So you're going to split up and try to do what you can to keep your sections of the crowd calm.
Oh, why would you ask me to do that?
Well, you could also provoke them if you would like. The game is really simple. You're going to start at the equivalency of 0. I'm going to have a check every couple bits for your section of the wall. Failures, they start rioting instantaneously. Failures by a little, they get rowdier, right? If you fail by, sorry, let me clarify. If you fail by a lot, instantaneous riot. If you fail by a little bit of a riot. If you don't fail, you succeed, they keep calm. Cool beans?
Gotcha.
And at the
All
same
right.
time, with your rolls, you can either, this will be the fun part, try to gather information with your check or calm/deal with the crowd every time you're given a check. There are 4 sections since there are 4 of you. And we'll just do round robin like we've been doing. That all right with you guys? All right.
Yeah.
Starting with the French vampire.
All right. I want to
Well,
use my logic and
So-
brains to keep everybody thinking logically and calm.
Okay, so you're not going to look for the thing. You're going to try and calm the crowd to start.
I mean, honestly, probably should look for a thing. So I'm gonna look for the thing first and
Okay,
investigate.
so you
try to
automatically fail
find.
1 check of keeping the crowd in check.
That's fine for the time being.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Investigation or perception?
Your choice.
I'm gonna do investigation because I am way better at that.
All right, roll it.
Delicioso. That's a 22.
So as you look through the crowds, you're relatively sure that the coin or no coiners in this section are the ones that are spreading the dissent amongst the group. And if you could take them out quietly, it might do you a heaping whole favor. But you don't necessarily see any of them with a mirror on their person. Lawrence, it's your next on my little round wheel here.
All right. So distract them from being enraged.
Also, to answer Paradox's question, yes, they could totally choose to fail and just watch the world burn, but that would make their mission considerably more difficult.
But so much more fun.
It's so much more fun.
um. Right. She's gonna try and distract the crowd with acrobatics.
Okay, so you're making
Like,
an acrobatics check to try and like bemuse the crowd to pay attention to you instead of them grumbling amongst their complaints. Sure, roll it. I warn you,
Right on.
this is a high check.
Oh. All right. 23.
Wow, a really good roll. I will say that's actually successful for this first one, because they're not already riled up yet. So your amusing tricks seems to gather the crowd's attention, and they seem to be calm around you because they're paying attention to you doing flips, kicks, hi-yahs, Bruce Lee-ing it up. Jumping over to the warden. Warden,
Is there a like where are these protesters taking place? Is there any sort of elevated platform nearby?
yes, for sure. So they built their own platforms. There's a small wall of actual guards, kind of like keeping them corralled, but there's not a ton of them. Again, this is a protest, so there's people yelling and screaming. So there's plenty of people already on said platform, but there definitely is one.
I would like to make my way to that platform, and as I do, I'll touch my throat and cast the cantrip thaumaturgy to triple the volume of my voice.
Nice.
Nice.
And as I get up onto the stage, I will call out to the people, "Good people of this city, your voices are being heard, but do not let your words be drowned out by the violent actions you're bridging on taking."
Okay, are you making a persuasion check? I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
one of my big boy stats.
Hell yeah. Talk people down.
That's going to be a 34.
It's between your talking and my sneaking, they'll never catch us. But yeah, easy peasy. Your section of the crowd really seems to have calmed down quite a bit. So between you and the jester in the corner, the middle of the area seems to be pretty calm. The fringes are getting crazy over here. And then we're going to jump to me, and just like my French friend, I'm going to try and gather as much information as I can. Because we
I
need...
should have heard that.
They did, but the calming effects, we'll say, is kind of relegated to your area.
The closest people.
Let's see here. I am going to make a better for me, persuasion or investigation. That's persuasion, not perception. Wow, they're both 1 for me. I forget that I am not a skill monkey rogue. They are not reliable talents for me either, so I guess I suffer. Oh, actually, I am going to do the opposite and intentionally rile them up, but not against the regular guards. I'm going to make a deception check to say that there's people in the crowd that are trying to, cause them to riot.
The police are in the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. So they're going to look for the no-coiners. That's a critical fail. I'm going to use a lucky on this one since no one's nearby to help me for once. That's much better. 16 plus pluses. My deception is a 12. So, 28. The snakes just got out snaked. So as I whisper deceit amongst the crowd of the people with coins are really cops, they're here to stop the riots, my section gets real uppity and starts shoving the no-coiners into a pile in the center. Jumping over to the French lady. Your crowd is upset, starting to mill about. They see the other crowd losing it, and the other two kind of just chilling, and they're kind of in that in-between state where they're not quite going ham, but they're getting loud. What would you like to do?
Well, I am very smart and intelligent.
That's a
Can
statement.
I... You're right. Can I possibly, using my insight, start calling out the lies that these people are doing and trying to rile up my crowd and my group? Because everything I do that's damage is loud and
Gotcha.
flashy.
So as you try to see which people in the crowd, because that's what insight's going to do. It's basically going to point out exactly who is saying what, and how big of an effect they're having currently. So doing this check will automatically fail and elevate their aggression to the next level, but you'll know who's causing the issue.
Okay. So I can't use it to like point out
Correct.
who they are and how they're acting and whatnot.
Correct. Right. Because that skill will not interact with the crowd as a personal observation.
Gotcha. All my skills are nowhere near meant to deal with people. She's autistic, okay? Leave her alone.
Yeah.
You know, be like that sometimes.
It really do really like that. Can I try to... I don't know how history would help me here. Can I try to like hyperfixate on something in the past that calms everybody down?
You can roll it. I'm going to tell you it's a ridiculously high check though.
That's fine. It's a plus 11 versus fucking nothing. So
well, then I will tell you can succeed with the plus 11.
Okay. All right. That's no bueno. I am going to do Flash of Inspiration to myself so that goes up another 5. So it goes from a 13 to 18.
Okay, total 18?
Yes.
Okay. as you try to recall the last riots and like people remember the last time we rioted and like a couple hundred guards got killed for like no good reason and the emperor went through and executed a whole bunch of civilians and then he burned down several towns of prominent civilians. Yeah, and you just like go onto this rant of history and have the opposite effect of what you wanted.
It's
uh
fine.
you have enraged
okay.
your crowd considerably. They're at the second level of aggression where they're starting to fight the guards themselves, right? The people in the crowd, they're starting to get rambunctious. People who aren't combatives are getting pushed and shoved out of the way. On a plus note, the no coiners that are in the crowd are over there like, oh, fuck. Uh,
And I know none of them have the mirror, so
you assume
From
none of
the-
them have the air.
yeah, okay, true.
It'd be really unfortunate
Hey.
if they get beat up and then the mirror breaks on their ass when they get shoved into a pile. But
I mean,
that's a
fine.
whole different role that you guys don't have to worry about. Jumping down to Lawrence. Lawrence, your acrobatic show is going great, but it seems like the edges of the crowd are having a bad time. What would you like to do?
Whoa, 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 chill.
That sounds like a persuasion check to me.
No, not good for her.
Do flashier things.
Hmm,
Inappropriate.
One of the guards
Um,
is like, hey, I recognize her.
I've seen her somewhere before. Let's see. I will. When you paid us in gems, was it a single gem or multiple for the 1,000 that you divvied out per person last time?
Say that again. Sorry.
You divvied out some gems before that were worth 1,000. Was it a single gem or multiple?
I think it was multiple, and that was some of the rewards from you guys picking stuff up. But it was spread amongst a couple of your players, so you definitely don't have them all. You might have one.
Oh, okay. Um. mm, All right. I pull out a bag of gold worth 100 gold, and I kind of display it to the crowd. I say the first one to bring me one of those dissenters gets this bag of gold.
Talking with your wallet. All right, cool. I'm going to need an intimidation check. At
She's not
advantage.
charismatic. Oh, well, yeah,
Money-
she's
money-
still not
Money
charismatic.
talks.
Money talks.
Money talks, though.
Uh,
Is their section closer to me? Could I see them? Are they within a certain amount of feet?
I got a 6. That was with advantage.
Wow, with advantage. I can't even see you, Kenazite, so I can't use lucky baby. What do you need? Excuse me, guys.
Small child. It
You're what?
happened.
My ring. I put it somewhere so I could play outside, and I forgot where I put it.
Okay, kiddo, I'm in the middle of stuff. I can help you later, or you can ask mommy to help you. Yeah, I love you. Sorry. She misplaced the
I got-
ring.
I got nothing to turn this around.
Okay, yeah, so that's a pretty terrible failure. So with the 6, you instantaneously spark your fire. So instead of them being like cool and chill and whatnot, one of the dissenters comes up and cuts your bag of coin and says, "Why don't you just take it?" And the crowd goes wild. The middle section that you're in erupts in chaos. The no coiners are slipping away, quote unquote, as the your section starts to riot. I'm gonna need you to roll a d20 to basically sidestep any attacks that come your way.
18. Is there any
Okay.
bonuses
Nope.
or just flat?
Straight roll.
18.
Okay, you're good to go. Jumping over to the warden. Warden, you hear the crowd next to you erupt. Your area is still super chill because you talked them down pretty well. What would you like to do?
I'm going to continue my speech.
Okay, you
Uh,
continue your bold speech.
Oh, I was too enthralled in the story and I wasn't thinking about what I was going to say. I just want to promise the people that, I'm going to tell the people that, kind of following along with what the rest of the group's doing is, there are people among you who are trying to incite you further and trying to use your bodies as their battering ram against the system. Don't let the lives of you and your family be thrown away because of a few men who don't mean well.
Okay, roll your 4,000 persuasion if you would be so kind.
That is a 13 plus 15.
So a total of 28?
Yep.
Yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. You succeed, and you only go up one level of riot tier. Obviously, having the people literally riot next to him is getting some people crazy, but they're still relatively calm. They're getting uppity and antsy, but that's about it. To me.
And this was also kind of a plea for dispersion.
Yeah. Let's see here. What should I do? So I've deceived them, and they're already fighting and messing with the guards and whatnot. I'm gonna do a
no corners.
there are 2 no coiners that I can see in my little crowd. So I'm going to attempt a sleight of hand, odd even on one of them and see if I can find anything of importance. So, who's getting got? Odd or even? Even. Sleight of hand roll. 6. Gosh dang. I think my sleight of hand is 14 total. Except for, I'm pretty sure that's one of my fancy talents that I get to use. Reliable talent. Yep. So I'll use that, and it automatically makes something that was under a 10 to a 10, so it's a total of 18 instead of 13.
That's useful as fuck.
It's the best thief thing. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Anyway, with that, I am able to pickpocket the person. Was it a person that had the mirror? Let's roll a percentile and find out.
It was.
Look. So there's a total of 16 enemy guards in this crowd. So I have a 1 in 16 chance of it happening. If we do the math on that, what's my actual percentage here?
Too low to care, not high enough to not say let's go.
So I have a 7% chance of this working out.
And it does. Right now.
Look, I was like, I'll show you guys. Look, I'll roll the dice for funsies so y'all can see it. The advantage of having webcams. Bam. Dun. All right, so I gotta roll aught 7. Woo! Well, that was real close, y'all. It was 71, so I got a 7 in there, just not an aught 7. So no, I did not. It was not the peeps, unfortunately. Next time. But I did find something of value on him. Let me roll my d6 and see what kind of treasure he had on him. Oh, that's great. I find a map with notes and plans and things instead.
Oh.
Intel is just as good as the thing we're looking for. So My crowd automatically, because I did the swipey swipe instead thing, also erupts in chaos. All right. 2 crowds are going on. I also have to make a deck save to basically avoid getting goofed up by the crowd. Wow, that's real good. 9 plus my dex of plus 8, so total of 17. I'm fine. Jumping over to you, there is one rioting crowd next to you, so you're guaranteed to go up a single level if you whatever you do, because you have a rioting crowd next to you. Basically, it's guaranteed to happen.
No matter what. All right. So at the next level, they're just gonna go full board and start murking or trying to murk, or
Yep. Like the other 2 bits of the crowd. Basically, the calm crowd that's by our friend, if he succeeds another persuasion check, he's gonna reduce the amount of people in the crowd because he's been telling them to go home and whatnot. But they will still riot pretty much regardless next round. Side
Gotcha.
note: Paradox has a couple notes for us. So he says this is just find the best angle and cast fear on the crowd. I assume, or hallucinatory terrain to make the crowd see giant filled holes and all the kinds of dead bodies and things, and see if they will run away in fear that way. It's actually a pretty creative solution. I like that.
Yeah.
You know what I am gonna do? Because I can.
Uh-huh.
I am going to fly up using my lovely little cape. So those raven black wings, just. I'm gonna try to be very flashy about this. And oh god. I want to. I'm not sure how well I'd be able to do this, but I would like to just. I like to use Mordecai's private sanctum, if at all possible, to just
Okay.
lock everybody in an area, so that it's just essentially going to be a meat grinder, but nobody else is going to be, you know, no collateral damage is going to go on besides people just going nuts.
That's fair.
Man, too bad we don't have a sleep spell.
Right?
Would be a very very big need for a sleep cell, but totally something because could have prepped for. But that's okay. It's all right. You guys didn't even get any intel from your friends before showing up here.
No.
Poor choice on the DM's part. Sorry.
Wait, what are you about to do?
He's about to trap his section in a little wall to where they can't escape, and so they're basically just gonna beat themselves up and not hurt anyone else.
Yeah.
All
Because
right.
I really can't do very much else of anything else.
So the question is,
Um,
are you going to try to slip away first before casting the spell, or are you going to hang out in the area with the spell?
I mean, I'm flying. I can just go up. Like, these guys can't touch me. So,
All right, so Iron Man's his way out of here as he casts his projection to bubble in his crowd, and doing so will automatically make you fail your checks, and they will erupt and go crazy. But because of the spell you're using,
they can't do anything
they're
about it.
contained.
So,
Yeah. I
and
mean,
I
they're gonna
and
goof up the guards and no coiners that are in there with them.
yeah, so my plan was trying to get like as many guards like situated. So one of the things I'm gonna do with the spell is like I can designate like, you know, the people and whatnot that's really able to go through. So if I'm able to, I'd like to try to make it so if a guard can make it to the other side, that's what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, because it can be it can be as small as 5 feet or as big as 100 feet on each side. So I'm really just like trying to kind of like separate people, and then um, once I have that up, I'm just gonna be like, So there is a lot of things here. What's most important is those no corners that are among you are really the big problem here, and I will let you all go if you tie them up for me. Thank you. And here is the rope, and I just dropped the rope down.
All right, cool. Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh God. Just gonna let them run themselves out. Oh, fuck. It's fine. They're already rioting. Nobody hears me. It was a 3. It was a critical fail. So
Oof. Yeah, they're riding. So they're contained in the thing. I'm gonna check your casualty rate for your corner really quick and see how bad
it's
it is.
fine. No worries.
Again, you turned it into a meat grinder. 54% of the people that were in the area dead.
Just meat grinded. That's great. I'm the best, guys. I am not meant to talk to people. Let me build my cannon in peace.
I really wanted to counterspell it.
Ugh. Oh well, are all the no coiners dead? I am just watching
I'm gonna
this.
say yes, just for convenience sake.
Oh, there's all this blood and I'm so thirsty. That's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
so all the guards that you captured in the thing that didn't escape to the outside, because that's what you said for your spell, got marked. And the no coiners are technically guards, so let's see, of
That's
the
fine.
16 of them, 10 of them were in your section.
I have done my job. The mirror's busted. There's nothing more I can do.
All right, jumping over to the not riding section. Oh, sorry, no, Lawrence, you're first. Your section is rioting, thanks to your gold coins everywhere. Also, how much gold did you lose?
100.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah. Um. eh, Yeah, not a people person either.
So at this point, it's more about you surviving / finding what you need to deal with this crowd than stopping the riots.
Okay. Um. We're in front of a building.
Not yes and no. There are buildings in front of you, but it's something nondescript. It's either a noble store or the house. Nothing super wild. Again, you guys were kind of at the edge of the district.
Okay. Spider-Man my way out of this. Just run up the wall and grab something, perch up there.
Nice, make an athletics check as you make your escape.
All right. That would be a 19.
19 total.
Yes.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy monk escape. You make your way through the crowd and climb your way up, and you kind of just watch the havoc occur. I'm going to also roll percentile dice to see how catastrophic your rioting goes. Oh, instead of murder, though, because they weren't, stuck in the area, 72% of the people in your section are injured. And of those 72%, over half of them died. So you also lose about 50-ish% of your crowd to violence and the guards fighting back and things like that. Jumping over to our warden. Warden, you have the best chance of having the most people survive. Would you like to convince them one final time to run away?
I have something. Yeah. I'm gonna use. I'm gonna say. So this whole time I've been like talking loudly because of thaumaturgy, but now I'm gonna be yelling with thaumaturgy.
So now
And
you're
I'm
really loud. Nice.
should be enough. And I have a question for the DM. Has the moon risen?
Has the moon risen? Let me roll a d4 and see how long you guys have been here. Because in all honesty, it's probably been less than an hour, and I told you about 45 minutes before the sun shined, whatever. Yeah, okay.
Has the night taken?
The night is upon ye. You actually were there for 2 hours instead of more than 45 minutes. So the moon's been up for a bit.
Leave. Any of you who wish to continue violence and needless bloodshed will perish under the moon. And I'm stepping down from the platform as I cast Crown of Stars.
Terrifying. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
So what will Crown of Stars do for you?
Basically, 6 stars descend from the sky and begin to orbit my head and shed dim moonlight within 15 feet of me. And as a bonus action, I can send them out and deal 4d12 radiant damage to whoever I hit.
Okay. So with you doing that,
And I was trying to roll intimidation.
sure, roll it.
There's a 19 plus 15.
They're intimidated AF. I'm gonna roll percentile to see how many run away. So because I am a funny DM, I'm gonna tell you what I rolled, and then flip the script because it makes way more sense. I rolled an ot 2, and
my
with your rolls, should have been way better. So I'm going to flip the percentile, and only 2% of your crowd stays around. So you're talking 20-ish people are going to stick around. The rest are going to just file and leave, right? And you said you're going to take care of those 20, so you personally will just mark 20 civilians. Is that what you want? Because they are being violent.
We'll try not to kill them, but yes.
Okay, so you have 20 people. I'll roll another percentile to see how many injure versus kill. You injure almost 87% of them, so 18 motherfuckers get got. And of those 18, only 3 of them die. So, that's relatively controlled chaos. Let's see. And for number of Yahoos in your section that you were able to eliminate, the no coiners, which are probably some of the people that were left behind, was 4 of them. So, of the...
There was 2 in
People like
Profi,
building
10 in
corners.
mine.
That means there was 0 in Riot McGee's corner over there. The monk who's just holding on for dear life had no coiners in his area.
For real, I had fucking 10, and
Oh.
somehow I had to deal with it.
So the one guy who cut open the coin first just dipped.
Just fucking ran. That's too
And he
funny.
just ran over the Profi section. That's actually the guy that he pickpocketed.
That would be funny.
God, there's just a meat grinder going on in my section. It's it's bad. Actually, hold up. Oh,
Fran's just
God.
like, nope. Climbs the wall.
Anyway, I will get that in a bit. So, with all that said, the carnage ensues and the riots start. And the spark of revolution started in the area where you're at, but it is flaring through the city with rapid haste. You guys are probably going to want to regroup somewhere else and get away from the chaos, because it is every guard on the street. Those riot guards that we talked about showed up. All that fun stuff. Now, because a good majority of one of the sections went home, you guys could easily escape with them, because the riot guards are not swacking people that are trying to get away. They are only fighting the combatants, because they're not bad guys. They're just trying to keep the city safe.
If I'm able to get a message across to my companions, be like, hey, this is where my laboratory is, and then go and pick up Fran from being stuck up on a pole.
Of course, Fran's stuck on a pole. Gosh dang, hooker.
I didn't
Might as
mean
well
for
be
that
a
statement.
Might as well be a stripper. All right.
Oh gosh. I'm so sorry. Anyway.
Yes.
Paradox says, with the high civilian deaths now, the DM needs to calculate the economic effects to the region as the butterfly effects it will have at the family's homes with the husbands that didn't come home. So many rogues were born this day. You know what? You're not wrong. Solid take. I don't really need to mention that because it's already an empire in decline. But yes, that is an effect that they will suffer. Crime rates will definitely go up at some point. So, with that,
I'm so
you guys will
sorry.
reconvene at the lab, as we'll call it. And there's as you guys get there, there's a pastry shop on top of said lab.
Oh, when did this get here? Oh well.
Your key still works to the front door.
Oh. Is it my helper? Oh, wait a second. It's been so long since them. Oh, it's probably like their great grandchildren or something. Oh well, let's go in.
As you enter the room, you are greeted by a pan to the kneecaps as a gnomish female swings with all of her might.
Ow! My laboratory is downstairs. Excuse me, pardon me. You're on my land.
Excuse me, you are on my pastry shop.
Well, that sucks for you. You built it on top of my laboratory, and I don't want to have a bad conversation
What do
about
you?
this.
Who are you? Why are you in my pastry shop? There's no laboratory under my pastry shop. It's been a pastry
Are
shop
you
for the last 200 years.
Oh gosh, it's been that long since I've been here. Okay, so I am Val. Trask Fortuitis the sixth. Um, what's your name?
Gwent. Sorry, for legal
Gwent?
reasons, I have to change that name. Gwen. We'll go Gwen.
Gwen. Gwen. How long have you been here?
About 180 years.
All right. So is that one really weird creaky floorboard over there still a really weird creaky floorboard?
What?
I walk over to this floorboard and I press it down. It's like this one right here.
Nothing happens.
What did you do to my floorboard?
I replaced it. It was rotting. I mean, I don't even know if I did it. It might have been Helk.
All right, well I need to get into this floorboard real quick, and I'm just gonna stick my hand down in there and turn a knob.
You do so much to the again as you are doing this. This poor gnome is whacking you with all of her strength with this frying pan. Do the rest of you do anything, or are you just watching this exchange next to a whole bunch of muffins?
Um,
Now, as a economic statement, since we're talking about this, you guys will know that gnomes being in the capital, and her being in the noble section, is relatively rare. Gnomes are generally not nobility; they're generally engineers. So her owning a pastry shop in the noble district makes her a rarity, to say the least.
oh, good for you.
Yeah. Also, what are you doing here? This is very. I mean, I have worked with plenty of gnomes in my day, but it's surprising to see one of the gnomes vibing in such a place like this. I mean,
Get
congratulations! I'm
out!
so
As she
proud of you.
swings again. Luckily, you have two robotic arms that are basically blocking all the attacks.
And then my arm's still in the ground as I'm like twisting the knob to the right and then to the left, putting in my little code, and then it's just
As you do so, the pastries on the counter all fall apart as the old hidden stand that was there splits open and a small stairwell is revealed.
All right. Well, it's so nice to meet you, Gwen. I appreciate you keeping my lovely wall here still intact. And here is oh have 10 platinum pieces for you, and we can call it even. And then I mend the because I have mending. I just mend the floor back together and start walking down into my laboratory.
You do
Come on,
s-
everyone, let us go.
you do so, and as you are hearing this thing screech for the guards, guards, guards. I assume you shut the door behind you and
Yep.
hide the secret. Okay, you do so.
Okay.
And you guys enter a small laboratory, uh, about 20 feet in diameter. The central stairwell that you guys are coming in on kind of spirals directly in the center, and the edges are lined with gadgets, both finished and unfinished. Kind of as if someone had just been tinkering with things for forever and just kind of kept walking in circles.
Oh, welcome.
You can-
This is me home.
You can literally see the footmarks of like someone dragging their feet for a continuous amount of time. Like you can see the walking pattern.
Does anything seem out of place here?
Let's see. There's a skeleton in the corner.
Who are you? Doesn't matter.
Okay. Uh,
I'll go
Besides
check
the
on the
skeleton
skeleton,
in
of
the
course.
corner, no, nothing really seems to be out of place. It is covered in dust and grime, and you know for a fact that you put a cleaning stone in here at one point.
I'm gonna go try to find my cannon.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a 1d12.
All right. I got a 8.
Okay, you find your cannon mostly complete.
Who did this? How dare they? It is my job to complete this. My entire life, all set into one position. There's probably that one over there. Looking at the skeleton.
What's up there? Paper. Okay. Okay. Well, you found your cannon. Like I said, it's not complete. Um.
So, if anything catches your eye in here, let me know, and I can tell you whether or not it is done or not done. And then I'm gonna go over to the skeleton and investigate it if I can.
Sure. Don't roll a 1.
I got a 16.
Okay, as you
Plus
look at
pluses.
the bones and tools and all the things that are attached to it, you see a familiar locket. This is
Locket.
a small piece of jewelry you created a long time ago for a very dear friend of yours, a fellow inventor who you left in charge of said laboratory.
Oh goodness. That's who you are. Alright, well let's take this off of you. Hey, Moon Knight.
Hmm?
You know of anyone who can fix this issue? This person's too good to be dead.
I look over at you and says, Mozex can turn him into a skeleton.
No. I don't want them to be a skeleton. That's just rude to them. Look at these bones. They're too good to be going out there into the wild like that without any flesh on them.
Well, I did know a guy, but he turned into sunlight and fought a dragon, so...
Oh,
The only thing I could do is ask Saloon, but with her power these days, wait, they're all declining, right? Remember, was that what I'm remembering?
No, they're gaining in power. She just hasn't
Okay,
amassed a ton of it back.
okay.
and just looks at the floor and kind of kicks rocks a little bit.
Hey,
There
if
there
you
are
see a
not
cleaning stone,
there are not rocks to kick, but there are dust buddies, so you know
Kick the dust buddies then.
they seem annoyed.
I will Stand before the
What?
skeleton and offer a brief prayer to Saloon.
Jared, roll me a D100 as you pray for the saloon.
Where's my 2d10s? They're there. 89.
Can I give him a flash of inspiration?
No, because this is him just praying. So what'd you roll? Sorry.
89.
I mean, that would be a good roll if you weren't praying. So as you make your prayer, nothing major seems to happen. You feel better about it though, and the body is quote unquote blessed. You're not a cleric.
Oh,
right?
well.
Say that again. Sorry.
No, I'm not.
Okay, that's what I thought. So as you veer off praying and whatnot, you guys look around this laboratory. There doesn't seem to be any like alchemical bits and pieces, but the mechanical things are all over the place. So to our vampiric friend, I'm going to let you roll a d6.
Delicious. I got a 4.
So you have 4 functioning items in this room that are usable currently, not to include the cannon. So go ahead and make me up 4 items that you think your character would have made and the reasons behind them.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I have to pull
And
up.
I'm going to say they should range from like common ability level item to a rare at the most. You can maybe make a singular rare item.
Gotcha. All right. We're gonna
Actually, I take that back. Your cannon's the rare item, so nothing above uncommon ability.
Oh, I mean, my cannon is very rare from my understanding.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, it is very rare. So yeah. Okay. So let's go here. So nothing above uncommon. Right. There is there's an alchemy jug for sure. Um it's the reason why it's there is because it's just useful to be able to conjure mayonnaise in 2-gallon forms. Uh, every once in a while, it's just nice to be able to conjure that. That and the gallon will, it's just nice to be able to do that. Then uh, another one is um, what seems to be a piece of parchment um, that has it seems to have a very essentially it's like a stick-on tattoo. If that's all right with you.
Okay.
And it's the barrier tattoo. It's a small one. And then so with her being as eccentric and kind of crazy as she is, another thing that she would probably have tried to make is a Feywild shard, so connecting something to that plane.
Mhm.
Just because she thinks it would be fun to have, and possibly maybe one of her friends in the past was a sorcerer or something like that.
Okay.
Um,
So as you look for your Fey Wild crystal, you'll notice that the containment unit that you had built for it is visibly cracked and destroyed. The crystal itself is long gone.
Son of a gun! Those bastards! They stole it. Oh well. And then the last one.
So you got a jar of mayonnaise, a tattoo. What was the other thing?
It's an alchemy jug that can do a bunch of other
Two.
things.
Yeah. But the funny thing is the 2 gallons of mayonnaise. I've
Yes,
seen it
yes.
before. It's great. Um,
Um, I'm trying to find another thing real quick. There's a lot here. Okay, you gotta give me a.
would you like me to homebrew you something real quick?
Sure, that
Okay.
works.
So, tell me, and again, let me know if this is too much for what you think is appropriate for your would have been level. Um. So the last thing that you guys find is a what looks to be a gauntlet. And this gauntlet has what looks to be several ropes and hooks attached into it. And it has some kind of firing mechanism, so it looks to be the equivalent of a grappling hook. Gauntlet-y
Huh?
thing.
That sounds about right.
Question: how much longer are we planning on running? Not trying to rush. Just wondering.
So we're at the 2.5 hour mark. We usually do about 4 hours, so hour and a half, unless we gotta cut it early, which we might because there's only 4 of us tonight.
I was
So
about to say I gotta leave in like 10 minutes
okay.
for some unexpected stuff.
No, I got you. I mean, if you gotta pop out and pop back in, cool beans. And if you can't make it the rest of the night, totally understand. We'll probably continue
Yeah.
just a little bit if we need to. Worst comes to
All
worst,
right,
you
sounds
miss
good.
you'll miss the new allies that we're about to gain. Wahaha.
Yeah. Okay, then I'm gonna just do that. Shouldn't take me long.
Okay, we'll be here for a
Sweet.
while. Have fun.
Ta for now.
That's
That's all
all
for
for
now.
now, friend.
All right. Well, he takes off. Do you guys want to take like a 5 minute bathroom break and whatnot?
Sure.
All right. For those of you watching, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Probably less than that. Usually it takes us like 3, but whatever. All right. Things ready. Go. I'm gonna grab another pork chop.
Oh, hold up. I like the grapple hook, but I just found another thing that makes more sense thematically. You want to hear what it is?
Sure.
It is the Stone of Ill Luck.
Oh,
So my character has a Stone of Good Luck. That was like the magic item that she chose when I was making her. So I like the idea that she had a Stone of Bad Luck because she, would just have it on her at one point in time and be like, "Wow, this is shittier." Um, it's a cursed item. While it's on your person, you take a -2 penalty to ability checks and saving throws until the curse is discovered. The DM secretly applies this penalty, assuming that you are adding the item's bonus and you are unwilling to part with the stone until the curse is broken. I'm
sounds
just
like
thinking,
a prototype to the luck one.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it sounds thematically right.
Hmm.
Is that or a storm boomerang?
That sounds cool.
Oh yeah, it's a boomerang carved from a griffin bone, etched with symbols of elemental air. When thrown, it has a range of 60 to 120. Um, with this weapon, on a hit, the boomerang deals 1d4 bludgeoning damage and 3d4 thunder damage, and he must succeed a DC 10 Constitution save or be stunned until the end of its next turn. On a miss, the boomerang returns to the thrower's hand. Once the boomerang deals the thunder damage, it loses the ability to heal. Yeah, it's just cool.
That's really useful. If you stun a creature in the air, they
Yeah, they're dead. Congrats.
that is excellent for fighting like heck what it was carved out of.
Right?
Oh man. Or you could just have someone cast levitate on somebody.
Yes.
And then just do that for a while and then hit him with the boomerang.
See, another thing I was looking at was the balloon bag. So it's a bag with an air elemental inside of it, and then you create balloons, which give the levitate ability for 10 minutes as long as you're holding it.
Huh.
Which also I feel like fits with her very thematically.
All right, I'm back. Y'all back?
Welcome back.
Yeah.
So as I was looking at items, I found one that also would work very well for that fourth slot.
Okay.
Which is the stone of ill luck, because my character does have a stone of good luck.
Okay.
I just like the idea that was a prototype for the stone of good luck.
Okay. Would you like to switch out for one of those other items that you've already picked?
I don't quite remember. I chose the jug.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the Fey. What was the other one after that?
The Fey one doesn't count.
Okay.
I changed that for story purposes.
Okay.
So jug, tattoo, grappling hook, the thing I said, and then you said something else.
The other thing was the Fey one. So
Okay.
I guess we'll go with the Stone of Ill Luck for that fourth one.
Okay. Cool beans. So you're able to acquire all 4 of these items and distribute them out as necessary.
I put the Stone of Ill Luck inside of the bag of holding, so it does not affect anybody.
Solid choice. Solid choice.
Nice.
Yeah, that applies a -2 penalty to ability checks and saving throws. And you don't have to be attuned to it. It just does that if it's on you.
Right, and you assume it's a stone of good luck because they look identical, right?
Yes.
Oh, see me. Okay. Noted.
Alrighty.
So, with that being said, do you give any of these items to your friends?
Who would like the jug? You should probably take this grapple hook, Brad.
Oh. Oh, thank you. I mean, I already owe you for the clothes.
It's okay. Just remember that sometimes it likes to jam. If it jams, you just kind of smack it on your leg and then tap it twice, and then jimmy your arm back and forth, and it'll go eventually.
So, what this just as a note for this gauntlet, it can be targeted as a weapon, right? It takes an action to fire, and an action to retract. So, like if you try to hit someone with it, it has a range of whatever a normal rope is. So, 60 feet?
The hempen rope that comes with the thing is 50.
Okay, so we're gonna cut it down to 40 because we'll say there's a little bit that you have to tie on to the bits and pieces, so you lose a little bit of speed. But 40 feet of grappling ability is still gonna get you to the top of most buildings, which is what it's intended for. You can also shoot it at people and try to grapple people, but then you risk it getting cut and destroyed and so on and so forth.
You're turning me into Batman here. If I dash, I could go 110 feet up a wall and then freaking grapple 40 foot higher.
I also want to. Can I DM Flare the clothes that you were given by our friend earlier?
Absolutely.
So they're like an old kind of style. You know what I mean? It's a few years out, but it's like it almost looks like it needs to be spider webbed. Is how it's framed, right? And it's red and blue, kind of all shoved together.
It's I'm imagining kind of like Rococo vibes.
That's a good reference.
So, in case you don't know what that is.
What did you say?
Yeah, I'm imagining it's kind of like Rococo vibes.
Rococo. That sounds familiar.
I'll see if I can find some good images.
Red and blue spider webbed. Nice.
Paradox says, I think you need a kazoo that calms the crowds. It's useful after the fact.
Right?
Yeah, definitely. Freaking Pied Piper flute that works on commoners.
Well, we have
Honestly,
that.
it just sucks.
It's the
Our
bard.
bard
The,
wasn't here.
the bard, yeah, right?
Yeah. Oh man, it would have went so much smoother with him.
Speaking
really
of,
would've.
how are you guys
The
liking it so
game-
far? Was that mini game fun?
It was
Oh, yeah.
interesting. I definitely think that it's a little rough. I don't know. I have no clue how I was gonna calm down that crowd because there wasn't really for me that was all luck. Am I gonna get a good roll or not? Like
I
Tense, good. Tense, good.
I was debating using athletics to kind of like murmur them, but then I was like, they're kind of worried about their financial stuff, so why not offer them some money? And that did not go well.
You as a player just have the worst time offering people money. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that to you, I swear.
No, it just happens. It all stems from that coin I threw to the dwarf.
so I would definitely have a back exit out of here.
Yep.
Okay. Um
So you guys will note that you don't have the last mirror. But there is a large field of carnage not super far away that might be worth searching.
Yeah. Especially with the fact that where 10 of them was inside of a wall that is still very much there. It doesn't go away. It's just up for 24 hours. Everyone in there's fucked. No one's getting in unless I let them. So
No one's getting in, no one's getting out. All the people that are alive are just like huddled in the corners, just like, please stop murdering us.
Oh no. That's okay. Yep, there's some more rogues there. The trauma.
Listen,
1 second, no, I'm getting called, sorry.
I think my character is just a backstory generator for other people,
Is it too late to invest in an edgy tavern?
right?
Oh, okay. I'll go yell at him.
It's actually
Alright, thank you, bye.
But
Hey, I know we just took a 5-minute break, but I have to go chase the dog real fast. Apparently, it just broke out the gate, so I'll be
I
back in a
hate it
couple
when that
minutes.
happens.
You guys formulate
That's
a plan
what
of where you're supposed to be going and what
fucker
you're
did
supposed to be doing.
earlier.
Okay, yeah. So you had the majority of the guys that we were looking for inside your cage, and so that'd be a good spot to start looking for the next mirror.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it would make sense. Oh, goodness. Well, I know that the cannon is close to being done. So if I finish the cannon, we could do something fun with it. And by that, I mean, I don't know. We still have to kill, like, how many Aprophi siblings? I think if we
I
got enough in one room, I could probably take them out.
Not a half bad idea. They seem to like their games.
You're right. It is time to bring a cannon to a fist fight. I have
So
no
what?
clue. We're gonna. I guess we'll fucking go back out there and.
Yeah, why not? Hmm. Hmm. Um. Those poor people. How are we gonna calm them down?
There is no calming down that. They have decided that what they want is violence.
I'm back, sorry.
What they want is blood.
Crisis averted.
That was quick for catching a dog.
He went back in the gate as soon as I walked outside. So
You're
I'm
lucky.
jealous.
Mine runs across town.
well, I just have to speak meanly and things listen. The fear of God does great things.
Yeah, you should try telling God that with me. It don't work.
Hey,
I try being stern, and everyone's like, "You're a butthead."
Stop being a booty face.
Yeah. I yell at the dog, and she looks at me, and then takes off faster.
That's what Sabrina does. Yeah, I'm talking about you, you little asshole.
So Paradox says
she
you guys should name your tavern the War Crime, since you all seem to be willing to commit a few.
Oh,
Listen,
I
it's
was
only
like,
a war crime if they survive.
Look, the
To tell
Geneva
the story.
Convention isn't a thing. We have a necromancer in our group. We've definitely done way worse than war crimes. Sins against the species here. So, with that being said, what'd you guys formulate while I was gone? Besides apparently building a tavern.
Sabrina fucking
Well,
hush. Shut the fuck up.
investing in an edgy tavern.
Paradox says, I can see it now. A wooden plaque hanging above the door, the carving of a Scottish fold cat, and the words, the war crime.
I love it. Yeah, so I think Sabrina, please stop, baby. I appreciate you trying to protect us, but you don't need to do that. The door's locked. I have to hold this dog like a baby, I
Like
swear
a
to
literal
God.
child. Yeah.
You're okay, baby.
Great ASMR over here.
Nice.
Sorry.
Well,
It's all good. It's
we
hilarious.
finishing the cannon
Mm-hmm.
and also scouring the aftermath for the mirror, since the majority were inside that corner
Okay, so you guys are
of the.
you guys gonna wait for the thing to fall, or are you gonna get in there yourselves? Because obviously the person that casts the spell can do it, and or you can fly in and out apparently. So
Can grapple over the top now, I guess.
Oh no, it's definitely 100 feet high. You cannot grapple onto the top.
I
The
think you
entire point was
I
to
think you
make it
underestimate
very rough.
I think you underestimate Step of the Wind.
Probably.
And the vertical running and
All right. So
Trophy can't do anything, but you two getting in there shouldn't be an issue.
100%. So yeah, I'm gonna just I don't know. All right. So you guys stay here. Um, don't go through his pockets. I've already taken the only thing of importance off of him, my amulet that I made for them. Um, just be careful, all right? Don't touch that. It's unstable. I just point at like a fucking brick.
like, what's that? What?
By the way, we got a introduction from a new person. Said Blob does writing. Blob, I don't think you've actually been in here before. So welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. All right. So yeah, I guess me and Fran will run out there to go into the pile of the dead.
Oh boy.
Just roll something to make sure I don't decide to eat one of these people.
Please do.
I'm really thinking about it. It's hard.
Okay, Blob, you sound familiar. I don't think you've been here though, because you got the little. Oh no, it's just Prime Gaming. Never mind. Don't mind me. That makes you the
All right.
Dragon Girl. I know who you is. Good to see you.
Alrighty. So off we go to go loot 10 people's corpses in a sea of like 50 of them.
Yeah.
So your section, try about 600. These were not small crowds.
Perfect.
You guys were
Oh.
relatively spread out, which is why you weren't able to affect each other's stuff because of how many people were in the way. So essentially, 2,000 people died because of this riot. Just as a note for you guys, it's a little haha. There's some info, and that's just the people that were in the crowds, not to mention the after effects.
Hmm.
Are the streets on fire?
Yeah.
Are the streets on fire? Let's roll. Have they been put out yet? Nope. Yeah, no, it's chaos out there, ladies and gents. No one's really looking for you, which is nice. But riots are definitely occurring in the capital city. This is not this is not some peaceful protest at this point. It is full on riots. The subjects are revolting. Hashtag. That's the title of this week's episode.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start looking for this stupid mirror. I mean, I know what it looks like, so
Roll it. Both of you. Investigations.
I want to know if I have find object. 1 second.
Not good for me. Alphabetical.
Also, Blob, is that a reference to your book?
13.
Total?
I rolled a 14, got a 13.
Roll
All
a
right.
d10.
Can I use detect magic to help me find this mirror easier?
Yes, that's a wonderful solution.
Cool. I'm
10.
gonna just do that and then roll my investigation. Is that an advantage now?
No, just roll it.
Okay.
You've lowered the difficulty considerably.
Well, I just got a natural 20 plus an 11, so 31. So I
You found it. Real easy.
Well,
Oh, duh.
sheesh.
I feel dumb.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I rolled a 10 on that D10.
So with 10 on your D10, you were able to search every single body. And as you are searching the final body, your friendly vampire comes over, grabs your hand, moves it out the way, puts it on top of a mirror, and pulls out your hand together. Profi, looking from the outside, says, "That was weird."
Thumbs up.
Oh, okay, mission accomplished.
Eh,
Can I
I
do it? Can I do a quick look around to see if anybody's savable?
Sure.
Can I do the opposite if I see somebody that's about to die? Can I find them and just take out a chunk of their neck and just enjoy myself some scrape and lick?
Roll it.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Is that perception or investigation?
Your choice. Perception would work, though.
I'm gonna do investigation for mine. That's a 28.
A total of, yeah, you find someone who's dying, bleeding out real good. You don't even have to puncture music and go from there.
perception 13.
You see your friend standing over a body and don't really know what they're doing until it's too late.
Listen, I've got to eat, okay? Shut up.
Short. Okay, I'll pretend that I did.
This is the
See
first
that?
time you've seen your friend feed. Roll me a d12. I'm going to roll for all of the 60, a couple hundred people that are watching you just feed on a corpse is what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, that is what's going on.
They
So,
don't like it, but they don't care. They're a little too preoccupied, so you lucked out on that roll.
Oh, and the best part is, I'm the one that stuck them in here with me.
Right.
12. 12 is the best positive, right?
Yeah, your character, that you have the best reaction you feel your character can have.
Oh, well, I mean, well, okay, yeah.
It's okay. They haven't been dead for more than a couple of minutes, and then I just take out a diamond and I just put it on them, and I use Revivify and bring them back to life.
Are you sure you would like to waste a diamond worth that much money?
I mean, I've got a whole bunch more money, so I can. That's okay.
That's just a win-win right there. I mean, you get a light snack, and they're just a-okay.
So, as a side note, you have sated your lust for blood for a considerable amount of time. Did we discuss how often and in between you would go between feedings?
No, but I've just been kind of keeping track of that stuff in my noggin, thinking like, this it's been a day. It's been another day. The longer it takes.
Now,
So,
do you have to kill the person?
I don't have to. I
No.
just need to be able to feed.
yep, she only needs
Well-
a certain amount of blood. So let's look at our transformation progression over here. Sorry, give me a second. I gotta find your appropriate. I found the Lich one, found the Langston trope. Where is the vampiric one? Aha! That's not right. That's turning into an angel. Oh, you don't want to turn into an angel.
Establish a coven of vampire spawn. Drink blood of a legendary monster. Learn the great secret of vampirism. Learn to
Fiend.
embrace your hideous form. Discover a lost crypt of an ancient vampire. Consume its essence.
It's a horror. I'm so close. Sorry, it's apparently much closer to the front than I
Fiending.
remember.
It's actually the last one, so it's just past the Seraph.
Oh, damn it! Went the other way.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Feeding. So, oh no, what about that? So you must feed every 7 days. Just as a note. That's why I was looking up.
Gotcha.
It's one of the first things for the first bit. Now, if you embrace it and start doing your fun bit, right? Opened and flaw, choose one, gain flaw, da 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 da.
Yeah.
So you remember how to go through the levels, right?
yeah.
Okay. So basically,
I have to create a spawn, a coven essentially of vampires to level up, stuff like that.
yeah. So basically, to get to level 2, which is your first thing, is you start. You turn someone into a vampire, essentially. And since you're a vampire, it's gonna take you a little bit of effort to actually do that the first time.
Yep.
But basically, you're stuck at the equivalent of level 1 for as long as you need to be.
Well,
But yeah.
I mean, I bring this person back to life, and I'm gonna look down at them and be like, "So, do you want to get out of here?"
They look at you confused as the last thing they remember before the lights faded out of their eyes was you sharpy, pointy fangs coming out and.
Yeah. So you want to get out of here? I just kind of brought you back to life. I figured, we might get to know each other. I don't know. I think it might be fun.
Sure, let me do some rolls really quick to see what race you're talking to really quick. Oh, that's an oddity. So you're dealing with a drow.
So, how about
And
it?
they are a 7 out of 10 on the attractive scale. And
Not bad.
And they are a boy.
All right. So,
And
is that a yes?
let me not that age matters for you, but let me roll and give you an appropriate drow age. Oh, they old though. Jeez.
It's fine.
So I rolled a 94. So 94 years old equivalent in an elf is like what?
They old.
They old as you, yo.
Yeah. It's just like,
Whoa.
hey, I think I've seen you somewhere before. It's been like 700 years.
I'm gonna DM. This isn't even the first time you've done this to me, woman. How do you keep finding me? Every 400 years, you just pop up into my life, bite me, and then run away. What is wrong with you? I thought it was fine.
I mean, I thought you were an interesting fellow, so I had to enjoy.
You
Sorry,
don't remember my name anytime ever.
Listen, there's obviously a type I have, and it's you. So be proud.
That's what you said to my best friend.
Philip? I can remember his name, but I can't remember his name.
Yep, Philip's right.
Well, so you're gonna come with me, right?
Are you trying to do vampiric persuasion?
I'd like to try.
So you reach down into the depths of your essence to try and persuade him to come along with you. Go ahead and roll at advantage.
All right. Uh, okay. I am not very persuasive. That's a 14.
With advantage?
Can I?
That is with advantage. I can also I'll do flash of inspiration on myself, push that up to a 19.
As you do so, your eyes glow slightly for a second, and those of us that are watching you intensely, which is me outside the force field and the monk right next to you in the force field, see your eyes flash, and the dark elf's eyes flash the same color of red, and his eyes remain kind of glowy, whereas yours go back to normal. And he says, "I will follow you anywhere."
Oh, joyous. This is great. I finally get to actually have you. This is fun. You want to become like me?
I like being a boy.
I mean, you can be a boy. Just be, like pointy fangs.
You should know, that's not one of my kinks.
Oh, that is important to know. Thank you for being elaborate in telling me. I mean, do you want to become a vampire and live forever?
I'm so old already. You want me to keep going on? I've already lost my friends, my family, and everything else? Not really, but if it's what you desire.
Oh, well, I mean, consent is everything. So you know what? It's okay. Come on, let's just go. You'll be a blood bag for a couple years.
A couple years. You hear Profi in the back
Oh.
just like, what is going on?
And there's just there's all these people just off in the corners just looking at me just like, come on, let's go, it'll be fine. Oh fucking, oh god.
Just standing in
I'm
a
just-
pile of bodies.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, you've definitely started some vampiric imperial rumors.
Yeah, of course.
So
um
your dark elf, who you will find out his name is Fields.
Fields, all right, finally, that's what this is. I always thought it was corn. Ah, sheesh.
That's what you
Something to
kept.
do with farming.
You've been calling me a different fruit for years.
Corn's a fruit? This is news to me.
It's the first time you've called me corn. So as you guys scuttle around the city, you guys already found the mirror, so you have all three mirrors. Riots are going on in the city. You now have a blood bag. Your knight in shiny armor is off being a vigilante to try and slow down the riots. We'll see how successful he is. You guys receive a sending message from, Marzex and the Bard, and they tell you they're about 90% sure that they can handle themselves for the night and don't need you guys to come rescue them or anything. They're totally doing good. Don't worry about them. They're dealing with the riots in their own way. They do warn you that Marzix has acquired 6 skeletons at least. So he has a small
Oh,
mob dead with him currently.
he'd be so happy about that.
Someone text him later. So you guys have all three mirrors. This would be the time to return them to your spies so you can get your names cleared off the list. Specifically us three, so this is actually perfect.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
you guys make your way back to where you ran to the spy before, and sitting on the corner looking very, very goofed up in bandages and cuts and bleeds and whatnot, is a familiar looking face, and he coughs up. Did you get what you needed?
Yeah, what's happened to you?
Well, let's just say, when you get caught, they remind you why you shouldn't get caught.
Ooh.
Oh, so I mean, do you want to be able to live for a long time and just beat them out by surviving?
That's an option.
Yeah, would you like it?
Maybe.
Okay, we can communicate about this later. Here's your mirrors. I think you need some milk.
Oh.
The whole time as he's coughing up a lung, he's literally coughing up blood. You can see that like whatever they did to him punctured some ribs. This dude's like on the equivalent of 1 HP.
Oh,
Can I
can
do a medicine check on him?
If you would like. You are reminded that your choices have consequences, not only for you.
Yes, at 26.
Wow, you got the green thumbs of people. You reset a couple of his ribs to the right spot so they're not poking him in the insides. Along with some bandaging. What kind of medical equipment do you have on you, or do you just have your herbalist kit?
I got some medical mushrooms, some herbs, herbalist kit, alchemist supplies. I'll go ahead and give him one of those 25 gold potions too.
Okay, so he drinks the potion and looks much better afterwards, along with all the other stuff that you do to him. He's feeling and looking way better than he was 2 minutes ago.
All right,
so
buddy. Sorry you got roughed up because of us.
do you want to be able to live forever?
It's a good deal.
Come on, apes, you want to live forever? The way you keep saying that is concerning. Why do you
It
keep
is
saying? Why
concerning.
do you keep saying it like that?
Because it's a proposition and I feel like it should be asked as a question.
Uh,
Outlive them, spite them.
would you like to make a persuasion check and tell him all the good reasons why he should do the thing that you want?
Of course.
Would you like to draw into your vampiric abilities once again?
If I can, I know I'm probably gonna need to feed again soon. But yeah, gladly.
You
Can
do
I
so,
kind of like?
and you know for a fact that if you don't feed in the next 24 hours, you're gonna go on a frenzy. Using your powers come at quite a price.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is
Can I kind of
friendship
just like stand in the way and like puff myself out and kind of put my elbows out and just kind of like get in the way as much as possible?
Do
A
you
little bit of
really?
cover.
The real question is, do you want to? You have no allegiance to the spy guy besides you just healed him up.
I think it might be a good idea. Francesca, I think it might be a good idea if we had somebody on the inside of the organization.
That is a good idea. I'm just I don't know what's going on, but you've been helpful, and I'm still confused. But you're a friend, right? Yeah, you're a friend.
I mean, I'd like to think that we are friends. I mean, I have helped you survive, and I just gave you a grapple hook, so I think that's pretty well knowing as friends.
You gave him a
Right,
rifle.
right. And us girls got to stick together, right? So
Exactly. Everything will be fine. No worries.
yeah.
Right. And then I'm just gonna go real in depth and like, it's a great time being a dampier. Come join me, be on my side. And you know what? You'll outlive those guys and everything will be fine and everything will be okay. And don't worry, we've got a nice tap right here.
He looks at you and just kind of shakes his head. The old elf is just like, some bullshit. So mean. Why would you
Feels
say it like that?
Because you're an amazing person. I've always found you every 400 years or so. So, like, let's be honest, it's interesting, right?
So,
So
so you get through your broad brochure style speech of how great it is, all the benefits, all the good things, you know, the little baby bit that you have to feed on living people from time to time. This dude for it. Now,
fuck
dab
yeah.
me up. Just let's go. Live forever as a spy for the Empire? Hell yeah.
Awesome. Cool. All right. This is the best part. Okay, ready? Now, this is going to be weird, but you're going to have to trust me. And I'm just going to, like, cut up, like, open up my skin, and then I'm going to bite into their neck and shove my hand right onto his throat to allow my blood to go into him
You
to
do
start the
so.
transformation.
I am going to roll a survival check for this person. Unfortunately for him, he has disadvantage from not being at full health before the encounter started.
That's okay. I'll heal him up if I have to. I've
Well,
got cure wounds.
So as a note, he dies if he fails.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Okay, my low was an 11. So that's more than he needs though. You only need 11 to make his death saving throw.
Woo!
Yeah.
Congratulations, you've cursed him with the sanguine curse. He is now the equivalency of level 1 vampire. So because you are a dampier, converting someone into a thrall, more or less, they do gain the benefits of your bloodline comparatively to a regular vampire thrall, which the only benefit added that they get comparatively to being turned by a real life vampire is they can go out in the sunlight, but they lose any of their intrinsic abilities, but still suffer from the deformations and whatnot that the spawn suffer from. So
Yep.
the daylight, they don't get the cool bits, but they can walk around.
Yeah. All right, cool. Welcome to the party. Everything will be fine. Also, here's the mirrors. Oh, make sure you wear gloves touching those.
So as a side note, let me pull something up really quick. Spawn.
I'm just gonna slowly turn everybody. Hey, friend, do you want to become?
I don't think my ancestors would be keen on that.
So as a side note, this dude just gained so much HP comparatively. He went from a CR3 to a CR5.
Woo!
I think his armor is worse by like 1, but everything he has is now way better.
Convenient power up. They just got all beat up, and now he's BA.
But he
Now,
does
if any,
he does have he can't enter an area without being let in. And he is sensitive to sunlight, so he has disadvantages on all of his stuff when he's out in the sunlight, but he doesn't have the auto damage if he's out in the sunlight.
yeah.
But other
The
than
whole
that,
spy network thing with having ass to come in kind of sucks, but he's going to be out at night most of the time, right?
you'll see. So as you finish the conversion, which will take a considerable amount of time, so you guys will want to take a long rest essentially. As this transformation occurs.
I take a snack on fields, throughout. Just,
Okay.
you know.
As you do your snacky snack, and you notice as soon as you convinced the spy boy, because we haven't actually named him,
Yeah.
that Field's eyes turn back to normal colors, and he was just normally standing around with you.
Oh, so you actually are fine with vibing? I mean, we did get you out of the shitty situation that was over there, so.
He looks at you, and after a couple hours of being a blood bag and being a tad anemic, he says, "I'm going to go home before you shove your bloody hand down my mouth. Is that all right?"
Well, like I said, it is consensual. I only do consensual turnings. But
Right.
that's okay.
Okay.
Oh, and remember, if you say anything, I will gut you like a pig. All right, have a good one.
Bye now.
He does not look excited about that last statement. And neither does Profi. Profi's been rolling straight sixes this entire time. I just rolled a 3 for Fields and a 3 for Profi. Both of them were just like, gosh dang.
Oh, Profi, you're fine. I like you, Profi. You're fun. I could give you like a bomb and you would plant it somewhere and it'd be great.
Yeah, I thought you were used to this kind of thing.
I know I hang out with the undead guy, but I don't want that to be like my legacy as emperor. Just be like the undead befriender. I look at you and say, you're not trying to start a vampire coven in the capital, are you? Because the last time that happened, it went real bad for the vampires.
No, no, no. I don't want to start a coven. I would rather just be able to. Well, I mean, it would be nice to have a coven, but my entire purpose is more to just make sure people don't hate themselves. And if somebody like that is getting beat up by their employers and other people's, and that's not all right, even if it is, their job not to be found. Unfortunately, mistakes are made, and it is not all right to break people's ribs.
You hear the vampire spawn in the corner.
Hey, that's pretty good.
So, if you don't mind, the statement has always been the same, and I've never hidden my nature of being a dampier from the family, your family, every time they have commissioned some other new piece of great magical work.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I build armaments and a whole bunch of things for everybody.
What? Like recently?
I mean, it's been about like 200 years or so, but like,
May I retcon this in your story?
sure.
I would say in the last 20 years, you've probably made a couple hundred armaments for a couple of different family members.
I'm about to say, I've made like, in the past 20 years, a couple hundred things for, what is it? One of your siblings, and then who was the other person? It's so fuzzy. Back it's my other laboratory, where I do the majority of my building. The one that we went to earlier was just kind of like my little secret laboratory.
You mean to tell me you've been supplying the royal family with various magical instruments for centuries?
Yeah.
Hmm. Did you make this? And he pulls out his fancy pantsy rapier and hands it to you.
Oh. Did I make it?
If you want to. So
Sure.
it's an extendo rapier. Basically, it just is a rapier on a very big spring that goes from normal size to double the length, giving it the reachability. And it's
Yeah, no, I definitely made that at one point in time. It's been a while. It's good to see it's held up pretty well.
I have several questions. Who did we pick up as a friend? Because like the 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 the, the designs that these are based off of are very old, and they're gnomish.
Yeah.
What?
Who do you think really got some of the best inventors from gnomes into the idea of making like extendo thing or big bombs? Someone's got to be insane.
I just assumed it was the gnomes. Honestly, I thought they were insane as was.
Someone had to turn them even more insane than what they were before. Before, they just thought, oh, we'll just make this big old greatsword into a much bigger, stronger greatsword. No, there was this one gnome that I convinced on making a greatsword also had the ability to inject alchemist fire into somebody. Not a good idea for whoever was on the other side of that, especially if they got it through them, then it was not fun.
She's going from French to German real fast.
Whoa.
There's only so much you can do.
There's only so much space between those countries. Got it. Noted.
Well, so funnily enough, their accents are extremely similar. It's just dependent on how you enunciate and finish up.
They're right next to each other. They touch.
Yeah.
French is just
Yeah.
a soft German. Different language entirely, but the accent is just a soft German. You can.
It's
Anyway,
just
sorry.
Jello. It is just Jello.
So,
Oh.
jokes aside, going to look. I look at you and the vast craziness that you've just incurred among us. As a DM, you need to turn one more person to start your quote unquote coven because you need at least 3 members to start a coven.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you're halfway there.
Ooh.
And as I noted with the drawing upon vampiric powers, basically you can do something high tier vampire once before you have to feed.
Yeah.
So on and so
It
forth.
gives me a little blood pool.
Yeah, something like that. So,
Cool.
I look to the two of you. We have the mirrors. Frothy McGee in the corner over there is readjusting to his new life. Should we leave the mirrors with him so he can take care of it, or should we go find another spy to turn our wares into?
How do you feel about that, friend?
Hungry.
Oh, hey, friend, Profi, everybody else, get the fuck out of here. I have got some dangerous things I've got to get up to.
Oh.
Oh, Profi leaves immediately. Just doesn't say a word and is like, I'm out.
Catch you later.
Yep, find another spy. Yeah. Okay, bye.
As we exit, I'm like, Profi, please don't tell my family anything about it.
I look over to you and you expect me not to tell him that you're not a hooker?
What?
Profi is not acknowledging the vampires behind him at all. Just so you know.
There's a split second where you see so you see Val just kind of pick them up and then the wings start flapping and then they just start flying back to wherever there seems to be a pile of dead people.
No.
So, me and you got to find somebody. So let's roll some investigation rolls as we scour the city for another spy. Now, Profi is an expert at picking them out amongst the crowd because he's been doing it since he was a child. But we still need to find them. So please, both of us roll investigation rolls and roll well. Not me, says I. I'm actually going to burn a psionic point to roll better. That's not much
Rolled a
better.
17, got a 16.
Way good. Wait, what? You have a -1 in your investigation?
Yes, I have a 9 intelligence.
Cool. Oh, good to know.
Uh-huh.
You got a GED, not a diploma. Noted.
Oh. Yeah. A little not as bright as your average commoner.
That's. I just want to put that in perspective. Your average commoner.
Is a 10, yeah.
Oh, it's rough.
Well, she had to dump stats somewhere.
I know. I understand. I just, always hate when it's intelligence instead of wisdom because it's in like, you're not dumb, but you dumb politely.
Well, monks do need their wisdom.
Yeah, no, it makes sense for you. You're not book smart whatsoever. You got no
No.
knowledge up in that brain of yours. That's okay.
Nope, she wants to go out and punch people.
Brave. Anyway, investigation is 6 plus my 11, so total of 17. So I didn't do that much better than you after using my super psychic powers. But between the two of us, we are able to find another one of the spies. She's a female. She looks to be a half orc, actually. Or at least that's what she's trying to look like currently. And we kind of corner her up, and she pulls out knives and is ready to fight. And we go, wait. And I let you talk. Because neither of us are
Whoa.
charismatic.
Whoa. We submit. Just want to talk.
She keeps her weapons out, but does seem to relax a bit.
Okay, we have something to turn in.
Who are you?
Wait, you don't know who we are already?
Should I? I mean, most people don't. Most people don't blow other spies' cover unless they're spies. So, or you're trying to kill us, and you don't seem like either. Who are you?
I'm Lady Francesca Gold Thistle, and this is Profi Tullius, obviously.
I look at you like, just blowing my cover. No one knows who I am until I say so, you squib.
Sorry.
As soon as you mention that and I start to argue, she puts her weapons away and kneels down and royal family people, how can I be of service? We're a little busy trying to calm the riots down, but wait, don't you guys have bounties out on you or something?
Not for long.
So you have something to give me personally, or is it just a royal spy thing?
Royal spy thing.
That makes a lot of sense. I don't feel so targeted now. Okay, well, what are you giving me? Who am I taking it to?
Who has the mirrors?
You have communication mirrors? And how many people did you kill to get these?
Well, we didn't kill them directly, but some of them didn't even need to be killed. There was this dwarf. Never mind.
She looks flabbergasted. How many spies did you kill to get these? She is obviously very out of the loop. You're gonna have to explain what's going on to her.
Okay, so we had to retrieve these mirrors from the
No coin.
the no coiners, and it was a time. It may or may not. But yeah, yes. We retrieved the mirrors from the no corners. That's all you need to know.
Okay, so you retrieve mirrors, and you want me to take them to. You guys should. If you guys were doing a job for us, you should have had a contact person. What happened to them?
Just smash cuts over to them, and they're just like.
I'm not really sure what's happening to them. Happened to them.
Wow. Go ahead and roll me a deception check. I rolled real bad, so it doesn't have to be high, but
I'm trying to lean into that 9 intelligence.
you're doing real good. I appreciate you, just so you know.
18, no plus pluses.
Nice. They rolled a 2 plus pluses, so you got them. You lied real well. She doesn't seem to care. She takes the mirrors from you and says, "Okay, I'll take care of this for you and deal with your guys' stuff, I guess, since your contact man has been lost. It'll probably take me about a day to clear things up. In the meantime, I think me and you can help each other out. I have a group of people that are sympathetic to the appropriate royals' cause that are helping with the riots. But they're not big fans of spies. So if maybe your group introduces themselves to them, maybe you can make friends and get me some intel on them so I can take care of some things on my end. We'll scratch each other's back. You know, I got your stuff done, and you help me infiltrate this group. Put in a couple good words for me once you guys get all friendly with them, kind of thing.
Fran just looks at Profi, kind of.
Kind of
And
freezes
there he
solid. Yeah,
goes.
dead. Just game over. Fran just died. He'll be back eventually. Where's the I need the hypercut of "We'll be right back." Technical difficulties.
We'll be right back, and then it just cuts back over, and it's just fucking Val like clapping, like you're doing it. It's so proud of you. The first feed is always the most hard.
Wink, wink, smiley face. That's what she said.
What did you say your name was again? Anyway.
Oh, I lost connection.
There you are. You're alive. We lost you when you said Fran look over and said, and then that was it. You literally froze. It was great. We've been making fun of you for the last 30 seconds.
Oh man, only 30. Okay.
Only 30 for now.
No. Yeah, looks over at Profi, looks back at the spy, looks back at Profi. Are we making decisions for everyone here? Wait, shouldn't you be the leader? Are you the leader? I don't know. I've just been following you guys.
I don't really make decisions. I just give suggestions, and other people say that's what we're gonna do. Everyone looks at me and then makes their own choices, which has been fine so far because they've been good choices that I appreciate. I've objected a couple times and given my opinions, and when I do, they usually just go with it. But that power scares me as a person, because if I make the wrong decision and everyone dies, then it's on me. And that's already happened a couple times, and I would prefer to not see the people that I consider friends just die because I'm an idiot. I feel like I'm being real honest right now, and I don't know why, so I'm going to shut up, especially in front of the spy lady.
Yeah, that was heavy and kind of scary. I don't know if I should make a decision now. Yeah, sure, yes.
Puppy looks over at you and says, "If we die, it's your fault." He smiles.
Ah.
He goes, "That's a good choice. We were gonna do that anyway." So she goes, "Okay, cool. So there's a dude in a clown costume about 2 blocks over. Go talk to him. His name is Jean Pierre. Jean. I can't pronounce his name. It's John
Jean-Pierre.
something.
Yeah. Jean-Pierre.
No, that's not his name. Random voice from far away. It's Jean Pierre. It's not French. It's just Jean Pierre. Like one long name. It should be
Jean-Pierre.
French, but it's not.
John
Oh.
Pierre. Will his last name have to be Paul?
Paul Pierre? John Pierre Paul?
Paul.
I don't know. I didn't ask. All I know is he's my way in, and he wouldn't talk to me because I am how I is.
Discriminatory.
He's the group is full of a lot of humans. They're not so trusting of the outside races. Apparently, they're a bunch of local yahoos.
That's not very progressive. I
What's
kind of look human yet.
progressive? What's progressive?
I'm saying it's not very progressive, but I kind of look human for the most part.
Aren't you human?
Sure.
What?
Mostly. She starts to walk.
What does that mean? Mostly.
Welcome back.
Yellow.
He sneaks in at the final hour. Dun 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 dun.
Welcome
I
back.
turned someone into a vampire.
Oh, fantastic.
And I helped.
Amazing. Please tell me I was not complicit.
You were not.
You were not.
You're being Batman, helping with the riots. So
You're being Moon Knight.
speaking of Moon Knight being Moon Knight, the warden comes up to a very frenzied vampire fiend standing next to you, who you are instructing on how the proper bite lick technique.
It's like, no, listen. You have to scrape and then lick. Scrape and then lick. There you go. All right. Okay. Yeah, right there. Okay. Good. Jacob. That's what your name was, right? Yes, Jacob. All right. Okay. Oh, hi, Warden. This is my new friend. Please don't kill them. I know that look in people's eyes when they see somebody going feral every once in a while. Please don't kill him.
Wouldn't the moon goddess be like kind of partial to vampires?
Because they are creatures of the night. I think
Yes.
on an acceptance level, they might appreciate vampires more. But technically, she's a good goddess and they are evil creatures.
Yeah.
No, listen. I know what you might be thinking, but what's most important now is that if you
I'm
have a
not a
diamond,
paladin, nor am
I
I a
can.
cleric.
Oh, thank God! I thought I was going to have to be really sketch around you for a bit. That was not going to be good. So, yeah, this is our new, well, renewed friend. He was once the spy, and now he is the vampire.
He looks up covered in blood. I said, I'm still a spy. They haven't killed me
Well,
yet.
yes, yeah, of course. No, and they're not going to kill you because I need you.
Yes, master.
Aw.
I was about to say,
Exactly.
does he have the master? What is his name for it? What is that connection called?
Mommy Dowmy
Um,
relationship.
No, the Tommy mommy relationship.
Oh Lord.
Oh gosh.
You can get him a color later. For now,
Sheesh.
he stands up and looks to you and says, "Master, I'm going to resume my post. I think I feel much better. I have to cleanse."
Yes. By the way, one of the things that you'll be able to do is uh, force people to be more accepting of what you're offering. Um. So just if you need to feed, make sure you don't kill anyone. That was the issue with the last time this started up. Okay? So let's let's not do that. Okay?
Profi from a distance feels a great disturbance in the force, and he is not okay. I just got the shivers. The last time this happened, the problem was that they ate everybody. Yeah, that was the problem. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I can hear the voice in my head.
So, just make sure that you don't kill anyone except for that person. That person was already on the dying floor. It's okay. Hey, see ya when I see you next. Be safe, don't die.
He fades into the shadows more stealthily than he had before. So, you and the warden are now standing on top of a pile of corpses covered in what looks to be ketchup, but is really blood. Um, where do you guys head? Because the last time you saw Profi and the monk, you just said, "Be gone from me. I need you not."
I was
Fair enough.
wondering. Yeah, I was trying to say it in a ways that made them realize that I didn't want them to be eaten because I appreciate what they do. I don't know. I don't even. I might have a spell that we could use to talk to them. Give me a second. You see, as she kind of like takes out her little fucking like notebook. It's like
What were you doing before this?
Oh, we were handing the mirrors to him, but then he got really hungry, so I had to take him out for dinner. And then um, and then they went off to go find somebody. So it's probably somewhere near where we left them.
I guess
Would you
Well-
like a ride?
a ride.
Yeah. Slap him on his back, and I cast fly, and I start using my wings to go again.
Fair enough. And I will take off after you.
Superman. Every superhero reference possible tonight. We got Batman, we got Spider-Man, we got Superman, we got Moon Knight. We're gonna have Moon Knight every occasion we can from here on out. But that aside, we're gonna cut scene to us talking to Jean-Pierre. So, a literal man in a jester's outfit is standing on the corner, proclamating to the people below, blaming all the issues that we're having on the non-human elf and dwarf races muddling up the streets currently.
I
Oh,
don't like that. They're
yeah.
not allies.
So, which one of the
Um,
two of us talks over? I would suggest you because I have to play the bad guy here.
Well, Fran's not human. She probably looks mostly human,
I
but
was gonna say, unless someone like rips off your hat to look at your ears, you should be fine, right? Because you're a half elf.
no, ASMR.
Oh, then you look human until your wings pop out.
Yeah.
Except for the glowing eyes and
You know, maybe they're one of the few Azamars that grow feathers out of their head.
uh, yeah. Hello, fellow human.
Why would you say it like that?
Leaning into that 9 intelligence.
fair enough.
He looks down at you. I'm gonna roll for that statement really quick. Okay. Hello, fellow human. Can I help you?
Just making sure we're both humans here, doing human stuff. So,
Continue.
we heard you were the guy.
For what?
Um,
I am that guy, but I need to know what you're talking about.
you know, the guy. The in guy.
Oh, you're looking for a fancy uniform like mine.
Uh, no,
God.
maybe.
Okay, well, look. The rest of the jesters should be meeting up relatively soon in a location not super far by. Since you're a fellow human, it looks like you got a human with you there. I can take you with you, as long as you're not one of those weird half breeds.
Yeah, he's very human. Just look at him.
Profi over there, just like, nah. You can call me a half elf at this point. I don't want to deal with this man. He goes, okay, yeah. Gotcha. You want to deal with the jesters? That'll be good. Yeah, come with me.
Heck yeah, you were the guy. All right.
So you follow the jester as he giggles about shouting his nonsense, and you enter into what looks to be a small warehouse on the edge of the residential district. It looks to be maybe a storage shed for one of the local eateries. And inside, you see about 20 people dressed up in various gestury outfits, along with a couple other yahoos that are, not dressed like you guys. And as they are having their meeting, they're looking around, and the door suddenly closes and locks and all that fun stuff. And you hear, "Brothers! I apologize for you continuing to have to spew these hateful messages across the city, but we have been gathering plenty of information." And you list out a whole bunch of stuff, and you realize that these jesters are acting a fool. The words that they are saying are unimportant. Instead, they are gathering as much intel and information as they can on the city. So they are a counter-spy intelligence network.
Oh.
For what group?
They call themselves the Jesters.
Profi, it looks kind of funny in here.
Huh. 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 Do you see what all they figured out in the last 24 hours? If this is all new information, this is fantastic. I whisper to you quietly. I'm going to roll to see how quietly I whisper this. Wow. I mean, I guess if the spies were trying to find these guys, it'd be really easy to gain a lot of information real quick for no good reason. I say loudly for no apparent reason besides the dice hate me.
Yeah, I bet.
Everyone looks at us really quick and goes, "Yeah, idiots, that's exactly right." And they seem to be yelling very loudly. So you guys get to know these yahoos a little bit better. And as you come to find out, the things that they were saying is very much an act that they put out to get people to not pay attention to what they're doing, because it just sounds uncouth, especially in the noble district. I mean, that's not stuff you say out loud. Most people don't even think it. There's so many mixed races here, it's not even a thing to worry about, right? So as they fill you in on what they do and why they do it, they bring you over to a small table with a knife on it and say, "It's time for you all to make your pledge as jesters. You make your pledge, you get a uniform. It's real simple. The downside is you break your pledge, you die instantaneously. You still willing to take it?" They look to the group of people, and there's, again, about 10 other yahoos besides us. 6 of them decide that this is not for them, and they start to walk out, immediately to be greeted by daggers to the back.
Ooh, well, that's not the right choice.
Looking at the 6 remaining people there, it says, "You guys are smarter than you look. Go ahead and head to the table." They sit down one by one. I'm going to roll a d6 to see what person in order I am. Would you also do the same, please? I'm first. Great.
Third.
Okay.
Just imagine all of the unwanted people that could be turned here. All of that blood. Anyway.
So, as they go up, there's a small pledge that basically says you're not going to reveal who the jesters are, where they're at, and if you are caught doing so, you'll get stabbed in the back. I'm going to yada yada it because we're running low on time here. Profi makes a decision. He says, apparently, he's for it. So he gets stabbed in the hand. And the wound is not actually a wound. Instead, it's a tattoo that is emblazoned on his arm. And he goes, "That didn't hurt at all." And it's explained relatively quickly that it really, the tattoo itself isn't the lethal part. It's the glowing bits when you betray your oath that gives the signal for the stabbing. So, there's that. The next person goes and does the same thing. The third person goes, and that's you. Do you accept the stabby stabs?
It's either that or fight everyone. So, yes.
All right, you accept the stabby stabs. You are also marked. Mark it on your character. And so the other 3 yahoos behind you all accept the deal, and immediately one of them, the tattoo glows, and he is stabbed almost instantaneously at the table by about 20 of these yahoos. It's violent, quick,
Damn.
and they kind of just throw his body in the corner with the other rotting corpses. So you are all 5 of you that remained are issued a uniform. And it's literally just Jester's clothes. So you can add Jester's clothes to your character sheet if you would like.
Getting all the new clothing today. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Indeed. Now that you guys are officially Jesters, there will be some benefits, and they will be an ally that you guys can call on for information on a more regular use. Now, you will have to do some acting and facading to, not get caught. And you gotta not break your oath so your tattoo doesn't glow. But on a plus note, you do now have access to a wealth of hidden information without having to deal with the spies.
Okay.
So they are a posse of basically that's why they're called the Jesters. Sorry, people on the Twitch are Jesters clowns. I mean, yes and no in a way, close enough to them.
It's very different
But I'll
doctoral
try it.
courses when you're going through clown college, all right? You have clowning and then you have gesturing. Very different.
Jesters are political clowns.
Exactly.
So, now that you have your uniforms, you've been talked to, we meet back up as a group. And you see us in our fancy pantsy new drip. What do you guys say to us? As we're still recognizable, it's still us.
Oh, look at you guys. Oh,
Got new
clowning
clothes.
around, I see. I'm sorry, what was that word in?
I said you got new clothes.
Yeah, and tattoos.
If you
Yeah.
went through the
Yeah,
tattoo, I could
Why?
have just given you
we
this one.
and new
we got
racist
matching
friends.
tattoos.
Racist
Uh,
twins.
They act racist, and we explained the whole bit to y'all of what we got ourselves into. How do you feel about that?
Oh, wait, you just told us about the gestures and stuff?
Yes,
Did he
Do all of your
immediately?
tattoos start glowing?
it does not. Oddly,
hmm. We're just not supposed to reveal.
It said who they are or where they are. Odd.
Huh. Well, interesting.
Wow.
Well,
Jesters, huh?
Yeah, they were pretty funny looking guys.
but
so
I know it's terrible.
I think I think a lot of us are fading out. We got about 8 minutes for wrap up, and this might be a good spot to stop it to pick up other people and things. Slash do our after action review. Hacker, I know you didn't get to do much coming back. I apologize.
You're good. Not your fault.
But I think this is a good spot. What do you guys think?
I think it's pretty alright.
All right, so
Yeah.
we're gonna do our after action review. So we'll do that off cam. For those of you watching, thank you so much. Paradox, thank you for talking the entire time in chat. Blob, if you're still there, appreciate you. Yeah. Oh,
We
sorry.
love you.
Quick announcements for stuff and things before we run off.
Oh yeah.
It's almost the end of the month, so this is the last little bit to use Emerald 907 for your code for 10% off on the website. We got new stock coming in, so the couple things that say they're out of stock will be in stock in a couple weeks. So probably next month sometime. We also got new stuff coming in, so keep an eye out for that. I don't know if we're doing any more local events anytime soon, but hopefully before I do a little bit of escape. Tomorrow we have our Lancer game. And then podcast the Friday after next. I don't think of any other relevant information. You got anything for your stiffs?
Yeah, just so you guys know, if you want to see more of me and or Hunter, or Hacker, sorry, Hacker.
Great. My name's on the
It's
internet now.
It's exposed. I'm sorry.
I'm
Uh,
so upset.
Gosh, but yeah, as I was saying, you can come on over to youtube.com/the Gilded Nook. I stream it on there. my own little campaign that I'm running, and my lovely friend Hacker is there, and yeah, you can see some other awesome characters that he plays and some of the weird craziness that's going on. But yeah, I try to have it up every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. EST. Sometimes it gets pushed back to 7 p.m. EST. But yeah, so youtube.com/the Gilded Nook.
Bam, killed it. Hacker, you got anything for us?
Yo.
All right.
I'm here.
Lawrence, you got
Sabrina,
anything for us?
why? Stop it.
Look, any one of us up on TikTok, I guess, who has a TikTok?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think all of us. Yeah.
I have one, but I don't make any content.
Oh well.
I'm
Making
purely an observer.
Hey, you know, that's how you get the views. All right. Well, that all being said, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful time. I'm gonna start the music, and we'll see y'all next time.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.